everybody, and welcome to another night of Rescued Reviews. You know me, I'm Nick, and you know that lady right there, my beautiful and lovely wife, Miss Kelly. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Alright, so tonight we have a unique show. We did it once before, and we're excited to do it again. We're going to do a call-in show. So if anybody wants to jump in and wants to be on the show with us tonight, ask some questions, or just tell us what's been going on with them, feel free to send us an email at yourstory@rescuedeliquid.com, and we'll get back to it, and we'll send you the link to join into the show with us.
Yay!
So, before we get everybody in, we're going to go ahead and just run through a couple of things. Let's start with the vape buffet. What you got, baby?
Whale. I've got my bang. Well, your bang that I stole. With the Actual Pro. And inside of that I got some Liz, because he's a good boy.
Yummy.
And then I've got my big red box with Epoch 25, with my Vengeance. He's also a good boy. Then I've got my Immortal Siege, Purple Siege, nicknamed The Purge. And in that, I've got this new, this secret stuff right here. It's, do we tell them what it is? Everyone says I'm reverbing and echoing. I'm making noises, I'm sorry, guys. What would you?
It's on my end. I gotta fix it.
Okay. Well, do I tell them?
Oh, I know why you're doing that. I forgot to put my headphones on today. It's been a long day, guys. I'm sorry. I'm special. Now now the echo should go away.
He's fixing it.
I fixed it. That's special.
Did he fix it? Do I tell you what this is?
Yeah, go ahead and tell them what it is.
This is Miss Ty. Miss Ty, our first ever rescued girl flavored. So, yay, Ty.
Yay, Ty! It sounds like a Chinese thing. Oh, yay, Ty!
Okay, what are you vaping on?
I got a couple things tonight. I have my big blue box with a pretty Ben on there, and inside of there, good old faithful Benthol, like always.
Not like always. Sometimes you have Nico.
Not in the blue box. Blue
Okay,
box
good.
has never been Nico.
Good.
I did that specifically for Advocate for Liberty, who gives me a hard time all the time.
Yes. Good.
And then I got my big black box.
Mm,
And inside of there, I got Nico.
it doesn't work.
It does work.
Okay.
And then I got my Vaporesso Gen with a good old trusty Falcon tank on top. Can't go wrong with these guys. And inside there, I got the new also. And one last one. I decided I haven't vaped on an Immortal for a while, so I broke out my grip. Or not my grip. Wow, I can't believe I said that. I broke out my Immortal. I'm so stupid.
Viking.
I know. I can't believe I called it a grip. And inside of there, I put the new also. So that way I can test to see how it tastes versus the mech versus the tank.
Sweet.
Alright, so now that the vape buffet is done, well, for right now, let's go ahead and can you give everybody a run through about what's coming up in September?
September 5th is the UVA Vape Rally at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in DC from 12 p.m. noon to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Please come dressed warm and weather appropriate. Make sure you go to the bathroom beforehand.
Yes.
Make sure you bring a good attitude. Signs are welcome as long as they're appropriate. No weapons, no bags, that kind of stuff. And let's make our voices heard, because that is exactly 6 days before the PMTAs are due. So this is our last big hurrah to get our voices heard. 4,000 people were at the last rally. Let's see if we can double that.
Agreed.
So, that would be awesome.
So with that, You want to? We have 2 guests waiting. Should we bring them in, or is there anything else that you want to go over?
I think that's it. I think that was all I had. I just want to make sure we got that out there, that everyone knew that was coming. Make sure you tell your friends, all your vape friends, anyone else who you think might be interested in going. If you can't go for whatever reason, please, please, please donate to CASAA or any VTAs. You know, see if you can help people like pay gas or something to get there. I mean, things like that are always appreciated, because the more people we can get there, the better.
Is CASAA going to do the buses again?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that, but there's a possibility. So, I mean, if we're all donating and doing what we can, you know, you never know.
Yeah. And for people wondering, Ty will be listed on the site tonight, but it's going to be a pre-order. Ty won't be ready for sale for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. We got to let it steep a little bit more, and then we can send it out. And also, like usual, waiting on damn labels.
And the other thing that you're going to have listed on the site, deep cuts.
Deep cut side D.
Yes.
So that will be out too tonight.
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and we will bring in the first guy, Mr. Advocate for Liberty, who should be joining us any second.
Yay!
And we'll bring in also Mr. Vapid Minuteman, which I believe is Anthony Romello. It is Anthony Romello.
Tim only came for the Velez.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'll take home Velez. I might drive the extra 6 hours to grab Velez.
Okay.
He's here. See, he came to see you.
See, I did look and see how close you guys were before you even told me, Kelly, because I looked. I was contemplating going there first and then just see.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple people that are like, can I carpool? And I said, well, you know, if you can meet me, like, kind of. Like, we'll go a little bit out of our way, but, like, we're not going to go the opposite direction 6 hours. You know, but, you know, if we need to make a detour or something, we'd help pick someone up.
Yeah, like I'll just go 6 hour a day early and swing by your house, ride with you guys, and then ride back, and then drive an extra 6 hours and go home.
Yeah.
That works, honestly.
Honestly, it would actually be fun. I could see the puppies.
Yeah.
If you do that, when we get back, if you have the extra time, I'll smoke a pork butt for you.
Ooh.
What about you, Mr. Romello? Are you going to be going to DC?
I went to the last one.
But are you going to be coming to this one with us also?
I actually just heard about it when she said that. I've been trying to keep on top of that, but I had not heard about it until just now. So that's
2 days.
I have to. I mean, yes, I want to go. I just have to see if logistically it's going to work. But I don't see any reason why not. I noticed you mentioned that it was okay to bring signs, which is true. Just don't put any sticks on your signs.
Yep.
That's like a big no-no. People were ripping sticks off of signs the last time we were there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of funny on the last one, how many pictures and videos that I ended up in, not on purpose. Like, it was just, I would just stand in a spot and it seemed like everybody and their brother that was taking videos or pictures would come stand by me. I'm in like a half an hour of Jay Hayes' video and I keep trying to get out of it and he just keeps walking towards me. I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm not trying to be in your video, man. But no, it was funny, like a bunch of pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, last time was freezing. So when she says dress appropriately, she means it. There are no bathrooms within anywhere close.
Yeah, you're walking a good 10 minutes to get to a bathroom.
Oh, at least. And, you know, it's not like you can run behind a bush at the White House and, you know, take a leak. They don't really.
They kind of frown upon that.
Well, that and there's no trees. Like, I think there was a row of like 5 trees and like that's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a big monument there, but I don't recommend that either.
That would take 5 minutes to walk to too.
Yeah, very true. But that was the most powerful thing about the last rally, for me anyway, was the flyover. Like if you weren't there and you didn't get to experience that, it's one of those things where you kind of had to be there to feel the energy that was with the crowd with that. But all of us with our signs pointed up towards the helicopter and the flyover and everything, it just felt like this real sense of unity that I hadn't felt in some time with the vape, industry and community. So that was really, really nice. I mean, I was in a really kind of pissed off mood before the last rally because everybody kept telling me that, people aren't going to show. This is just going to be a huge waste of time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to show. And, if we only got like 1% of vapors in the US to show up for this thing, which isn't that much, percentage wise, that would be a huge amount of people to show up there. And so that's what I'm saying. If you have a vape shop or if you have a company and you could send 1% of your employees to this, that makes a huge impact. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot sending 1 out of 10 people, but, or I'm sorry, 1 out of 100 people, but it does when there's that many million vapors out there. If you can just send one person, and so I would encourage what Kelly was saying. If you guys can support somebody to go, I definitely would.
I mean, even just saying, hey, I got $20 to pitch in for gas money for whoever needs it, like that can make a difference.
Yeah, because hotel rooms and stuff, especially if you plan on spending the night, are not cheap there. I mean, that's an expensive place. There's nowhere to park. So if you're going to get a room there, try and get a place that has a garage. That was the nice thing we had last time, was they had valet at the hotel. So you just dropped your car off out front. They took it in. When you needed it back, they came and got it, which was beautiful. I wasn't paying the bill on that one, but that made it even nicer. But seriously though, just plan it out a little bit. That's not a place where you want to be screwing around, especially during what's going on in our country right now. So and this is honestly the first show that Tim and I have actually been on together.
Well, have you guys met each other before?
Well, lots of times. So we won't be challenging the entire chat for songs in this one, because usually it's him and me back and forth, and he beats me so often it makes me want to just choke him. But it's still it's our little game. That's all we do is try and see who can get a song. And now he's been blacklisted and he's not allowed to put songs on there anymore.
Why? What do you do?
Too many
songs.
Because
they keep picking his songs. And they're like, and finally Frames is like, all right, somebody else needs to be able to get their song on the playlist. So you're just off. And I was dying laughing because the week before that, he kind of scolded me a little bit. So I only put one song on there now. Just like, okay, I'm just going to put the one. They choose that. It's just one, And then Tim got scolded the next week. So it was pretty funny.
I normally put like 3 songs on, and I always pick like the most off the wall songs that like no one's ever heard of, mildly offensive kind of songs.
I usually put ridiculous stuff on there I don't think they're going to pick. And then a couple times they have, and I'm like, guys, that was a joke. Like, I did not really want you to put Ice Ice Baby on this playlist. It was just a joke.
I mean, the one time I said My Cat by Jack Off Jill, and I think a lot of people were like, what? I was like, you have to go back to the 90s. Like, you have to go back to that time frame.
When I picked OPP, when I got OPP on there.
Yeah, that's right. I'm excited. I finally took the dive back into the RDA thing, and I got an RDA for Vapin.
It looks like it's on a Foosh.
It is, because it's really the only mech mod-ish thing that I have. I've actually been using it on this Zenith quite a bit. I actually like this a lot.
The Zeniths are great.
Yeah, because it's not it doesn't have, it's not wattage. You just adjust the voltage on it, and I'm kind of digging it. And I've been using it for a while, and
no paint missing.
No paint missing.
Look at that.
So impressive. You have no idea how excited I am about that, because you guys have seen my other ones. My drag looks like it's been drugged behind a truck.
I gotta give the credit to Voorhees on these boxes. I know he didn't make the box itself, but he chose great ones. I'm not even pulling off the finish on these guys. And
my only thing is the magnets are so strong on those Voorhees boxes, but I mean that's not a bad problem to have.
Yeah, the magnet's really strong on this too. It pulls my batteries. Like if my battery gets close, it actually sucks the battery to the mod. I'm like, God, I've never had one that was that strong before.
It's all about suction power, baby.
Yeah, suction.
I'm staying out of that one.
Yeah, and you guys know I can dive right in. I'm not
I mean, we left it open-ended.
You do realize that Duchess is going to be the next one to get banned off of the playlist thing. Because he's right there. He's right there behind.
I figure we just keep it rolling. Like I'll start it up again, and then you can come in after that, and we'll just dominate.
Is it a lifetime ban, or is it just like a couple episodes?
I don't know.
I don't know. He
I
said
laughed
next week.
So hard. I was like,
he said next week.
was just like, okay, Anthony, you don't have to win everything. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll back off a little bit. And then Tim next week, he's like, you're blacklisted. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I backed off a little bit. It's just funny. How's the beard? Is the beard coming in okay? Look all right?
Yours is looking nice and full, more than mine. That Indian blood in me doesn't let me have a good full beard.
I think if I keep this going, I can play Santa by Christmas. So, you know.
There you go.
I mean, yours is so much better than mine. And...
yeah. His is still not trimmed right.
I haven't had the time.
What do you mean? It's just a couple of long stragglers.
The man,
one side.
He leaves at like 7 o'clock in the morning at the latest every day, and the only day he comes home before dark is Wednesday.
I just think you need to braid it.
I mean, I could.
We should do that.
I've done that. I got pictures of it.
Braids all the way down.
I mean, you have the Viking haircut. We could just start putting beads and stuff in there now.
It'd be awesome. Awesome.
I've already done
You
that.
don't know
I got yelled at.
do you?
No. I braided my sister's hair once, but that just took me taking the hairbrush and brushing it and then twirling it and then pulling really hard and fast.
Fix your beard. That's weird. I don't like that.
Stay away from my beard. Like, I don't.
So I gotta tell you a funny story because
All right.
White Bear brought up Yin,
Yep.
my brand new scorpion. This little fucker today, he keeps getting in his water dish and he like hangs out there. And I'm like, that's weird. So today I went in to give him water like I do every day. And the little shit took his sponge that's in his water and threw it across the tank. Like it wasn't very far, but like you could tell that it wasn't in the water dish like it was supposed to be. And he's like hanging out in the water dish and it's like full of like chunks. Like he brought the dirt back into his water. And I'm like, okay. So I try to get him out of his water dish and he proceeds to like try to grab the tongs and like he's like snapping at me and like, trying to sting the tongs. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I had to pick him up and put him on the other side of the tank, and as soon as he touches the dirt, he runs across the tank and tries to go after my hand. And I'm like, well, this isn't going to be a thing that we're doing. So I grab a Tupperware dish, and I put it on top of him, and I move him to the other side of the tank, because I'm like, at least this way, I've got some time, because he's not strong enough to move the tank. And sure enough, I get the water changed out, not even 15 minutes later, he's back in the water, it's full of dirt, and the sponge is gone. Like he moved it. I'm like, what the hell? So my scorpion's a dick. Hi, Mama.
Hi, my guys. I love you. Hi, everybody.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm here to bless you with all this foxiness. That's what I'm here for.
It's Return of the Hope.
Yeah, it's Return of the Hope.
Anthony, have you got to
Everybody's
meet
like,
her
holy
yet?
shit, Hope's here.
No. No.
Well,
No, I have
Anthony?
not, but I did see the show.
Anthony, this is my mama.
Oh, okay.
Mama, this is my Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
Hello,
How are
Mama.
you, sweetheart?
I'm doing well.
Your show was phenomenal, brother. You are a phenomenal guy. Your intelligence, I was telling them, is on point. On point, my brother. I totally enjoyed.
Thank you so much.
You. So it's an honor to meet you. And hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
I should
My head
clarify
gets
that
any bigger,
Hope,
will fit in the screen. But yeah, thank you very much.
I should
my
clarify
pleasure.
Hope is not Nick's real mom.
She could
I'm
be.
the mama of the community, if you will, of the vape community. Everybody knows me
Fair
as
enough.
the mama because I treat everybody like they're my children. I'm like, no, don't do that. No, I'm gonna slap you. No, you're spoiled. No, that's it. Spanking time. Go in time out.
You know,
So I guess I
I'm
would
the
make
mama.
me and Lando the creepy uncles of the community then.
Yeah.
I
Tim
can't
like
argue.
a big brother who just wants to make sure everyone's good.
Yeah.
Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, I'm the mama. I'm like, why are you doing? Don't do that. Don't. And why are you doing? I'm always.
And I'm
I'm
a
up by
bad
everybody's
influence.
ass.
And I'm a bad influence on Texas mama.
Yes, and I
Yes.
don't.
Stick it.
Shit.
I'm the crazy aunt that has way too many pets. That's what I am.
I'm a crazy bitch. I really am, and people know that.
I'm
People
just
know
the
I
normal
am
one.
the crazy bitch. Oh no.
Nick's like the piece that keeps it all together. Just
Yeah.
No, Nick.
No.
Nick is pretty bad sometimes, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, then I add on to it. Oh yeah.
So, for example, Anthony,
yes.
you want to see Mama's bush?
Want to see my bush?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, let me show you my bush. See, so
You know what they say?
5
Once you've
years
seen one of them,
ago-
you want to see the rest of them.
Oh no, you want to see this one.
If you're
So,
lucky, she
5
might even
years-
give you a piece.
Nice.
So I'll send you a piece. So 5 years ago, when I started doing lives on Instagram, I told people, you want to see my bush, and they're like, what the fuck? She's gonna show us her vagina and shit, right? And everybody's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, you want to see my bush? I'll show you my damn bush. This is my bush. It's a fucking tree, dude. And people are like, holy shit, this bitch is actually talking about a tree, not her vagina,
So
her pubes.
Did she have Don Ho over and he just threw up on it, or what?
Went to Hawaii.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say
then
that bush
we
looked like it's already been
celebrated
laid.
a little bit. Oh, it's
I'll be here all week.
Give me your address and I'll send you a piece. I send people pieces of my bush and shit. They want pieces of my bush. But
What-
I remember this one guy. I told him,
fuck.
"You want to see my bush?" And he's like, "I'm married." I'm like, "You're a dumbass." And so when I went
I
like
didn't want to laugh
this,
right in the mic.
no, when I did this, he's like, "No, oh shit, you're talking about a tree." I said, "Don't you feel stupid, you idiot? I
So,
don't give a shit if you're married."
What
Son
you
of a
gotta
bitch, that's
do,
my
Bo?
bush.
you gotta put a pair of pants or a pair of panties on the bush. So that way you can be like, hey, you want a piece of this? And just slowly pull them down for the person.
Dude. But I gotta get like some pretty panties, not like my panties, because my panties aren't pretty. So I gotta get some like
Kelly
I'm
has some
Walmart
really
and buy
pretty
them
ones.
some
I'll send you a pair if
fancy-
you
I'd
want.
say probably like a tree.
Do they say
squirrel.
rescue on them?
No, but they should.
You know what? Give me some rescue panties. I'll put that shit on there. Fuck yeah, I would.
You're about to get a
people
whole
can
new
find
revenue for your advertising.
Oh, who was it the other
See?
night we had on here that was talking about, it was Lurkin.
Mhm.
Was it Angela Gray?
I don't remember.
Something.
It's some
See-
website where
see?
you can buy women's underwear that's like.
Kimberly just asked about my bush. Kimberly just asked about my bush, and did you see it, Kimberly? It's doing good. It's people tell me I should trim it. I said no, I like it heavy duty. It's heavy duty.
You gotta
I like
park.
it like
You
that.
gotta go through the forest to find the love, right?
And look who we got. Andrew's here.
Hey, buddy.
Mr.
What's going
Vicious
on?
Vixen's here.
It's nice to finally see your face, man.
I know, right? We talked on
This
the
is
phone a few
Mr.
times.
Andrew of Vicious Vixens.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Are you
Good
excited
evening.
about
Good evening.
Texas
Good
Mama's
evening.
bush?
Good evening.
Just need to know.
And Andrew, did you see my bush?
Go see your what?
Did I show you my bush?
You did not show me your bush.
You want to see it?
You can't give this much excitement to him. He's driving right now.
Who gives a shit? I don't care. I don't care if you got a girlfriend. Who cares? She won't mind. She'll be all right with it.
I'm gonna send her some
I don't know why
ornaments.
y'all think y'all's wives and girlfriends get all pissed off, but look, here's my bush, and you'll never forget it. And I'll send you a piece of it too if you want a piece of my bush. Look, there's my bush.
Everyone.
Look, Andrew. See, and you thought I was gonna show you my pubes, right? I don't have any pubes because chemo took them all away. So I'm clean down there, brother. That's my bush.
What's the name of the new show?
Podcast?
See?
What's the name of the new show again?
Bush?
No.
The bush is
Stick it
on
where?
fire.
We should stick it what?
So we had Andrew
I-
on our podcast
Oh,
Yeah.
about a month ago,
Huh.
and he said something that I was just dying. He said, "Painfully average."
I am. It's just painfully average.
I was like, "What? That is great."
Well, he just asked me if he showed me his pee-pee before, and I was like, no, or did you? Because lupus makes me forget shit. I'm thinking the juice. What, Jimmy?
Oh, so you probably don't remember that conversation we had. Okay.
Well,
That's the great thing about old timers, man. Every day you get to meet new people.
Yeah.
yeah. See, that's what I see. My mom actually.
If I get somebody to
has
choke,
no.
then I know the joke is all right. So we're good.
No, see, and actually, what's funny is my mom has Alzheimer's. My mom has it, so every day's a new day with my mom. So
Oh,
with
yeah,
me,
that's
it's
great.
the same shit. Oh yeah, every day she's like, "Who are you? What's that? Oh,
nice
we got a
'cause
new
you
toilet."
You can actually feed them the same food every day, and they, it's like a new meal.
That's what the fuck
So
I do.
awesome.
Fucking every
I haven't had this in
day.
forever. Yeah, not since yesterday, but all right, right on.
Dude, every day the bitch eats fish and fucking mixed vegetables every motherfucking night. That's what she just fucking eats every night.
As long as
Piece
she's
of shit.
happy.
I mean,
Oh wait, I got a bone to pick, Kelly, and you know who it's with.
oh, is it with me?
You, Nick.
What did
Yeah,
I do?
you.
What did I do?
I like how
Not
she points
once.
to you on the screen while she's
Not
doing it too.
once did you check on me.
No. Bull.
Not once. Did I get a phone call? Did I get a message?
Because I
No,
talked.
no. You did not call me.
That's because
I
I was
called
asking
you, but you
her.
didn't call me.
I didn't want to overwhelm you.
No. Don't give me that bullshit. I
Those of you
called
just tuning in, this
shit.
really is a vape show.
You're gonna
Oh
be
no!
surprised.
When I come on, it turns into something.
Tim just wants to tell everybody what he's vaping on today, and you guys won't let him.
I'm okay. Hey, I checked in on Texas Mama, didn't I? Hope I checked in on you.
See?
Hey,
See?
Tim,
Oh, but
wipe
we
off your
didn't-
nose, motherfucker.
Oh,
I didn't just check in on her. Nick, I didn't just check in on her. I also checked in on her daughter. Make sure she's all right.
Jason did an awesome cloud check today.
Oh, I love her cloud checks.
I know, I love her cloud checks too.
No, Nick, I'm fucking with you. I told her that. I said, this motherfucker didn't check on me, but when he was in the hospital all fucked up, I checked on his ass. With his hair all fucked up and shit.
Yeah, who else checked
But
in
it's
on
okay,
you?
Nick. I still love you.
I love
Who else
Hope.
checked in on you, Nick?
See, look at
You text me
No, but
every
it's
day,
okay.
and I try and text you back.
No, but you know what, Nick? I shouldn't be mean because Kelly me and Kelly talked today on the phone, and she said we sent you a package, so I can't be a total bitch.
But that
A
package.
package is coming on the 24th.
But I need to clarify something with you.
What?
That package is not a present from me and Kelly. There is something in there from me and Kelly, but there is something else in there from somebody else.
Is that the surprise that you didn't want to tell me about?
Maybe.
I don't know. My memory's like 10-second Tom.
Like
No,
I,
10-second Nick.
I'm telling you, when I got home, I told Kelly, when I got home from the fucking hospital, I had 6 boxes of stuff from Grim. I got all his shit. Then I got other stuff from people. And I'm like, y'all motherfuckers, I got this beautiful mod when
It's all that.
That is
I-
awesome.
I got a bunch of shit. I was like, y'all motherfuckers do shit behind my back. I swear to God, everybody out there, and I said, I love you. Thank you so much for everything.
And we will
Mama, are you
I
on
even thank
Instagram?
Kelly for the.
Oh yeah,
the-
Texas Mama.
Yes.
okay. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
start following you. I apologize. I haven't done so before now, but
No,
definitely will.
no, not at all. Texas Mama 09. Texas Mama 09.
I'm on
Most
Instagram a
definitely.
little bit. So.
No.
You can follow her
a
how
little-
many
a little
times?
bit.
How many times can you follow her?
A couple
Yeah.
times. Yeah, I have a couple accounts that I use.
Well, what's everyone
Ooh, you're
vaping on?
one of those people. Okay, you start. I'll be last. You start.
Well, Nick and I have already gone. So
And ladies always go first.
I agree.
So Tim,
Okay.
Thank God it wasn't me. That's all I can say. Thank God it wasn't me.
That was Nick. That was Nick.
We can't be treating
That
Tim
was
like
Nick.
poon sauce, okay? It's,
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
I've
a
never
good
broken
guy.
my mind.
Yeah.
I don't break my mind.
all
I love him
right.
to death, but he breaks a lot. So-
he does break a lot.
Actually, I went back to an old school. I went back to my Shamrock cookie, and on the clutch with a drop RDA on it. Just because I still love the flavor off the drop.
It's such a good flavor too. That shamrock cookie is a great.
Well, it was. Is I got another one that's called Leprechaun Lube. It's a shamrock shake.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I wanted that cookie flavor, so I switched back over this. I just re-wicked it and went back to that. That and just before the show, I re-wicked my stack tube, my AV stack tube, maybe it shall be able with the Elite on top, and I put the menthol in. And I'm semi-regretting it because it's a little bit chillier than what I expected.
That
cold.
menthol is the perfect amount of cold.
It is.
It is on a single. On a stack.
I had to go off of the hotter it gets, the colder it gets. Train of thought that you gave me that night on the phone. And I did it, and I put it on one of my purge stacks, and it was like 0.27. I was like, holy
Purge
shit.
stack?
It was like a fucking ice cube just went off in my mouth.
I got a purge stack.
Honestly, when all the different construction jobs I go to, I take my menthol with how hot it is outside.
Oh, it feels good outside.
Oh, it's amazing. Like you're sweating your balls off, and then you hit menthol, and it's like.
When is the new flavor coming out? Because I'm kind of hyping it up.
There's two of them I really want bad.
I'm hyping it up.
Which one's that one?
I'm hyping it the fuck up.
This one is Miss Ty.
I know the name, but what is it?
Okay, so
I'm glad that y'all are here because we have an issue.
We did.
Okay.
So the issue is.
I love issues.
We don't want to call it sweet tart dust because it's in my eyes that's very close to IP infringement because of sweet tarts.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't call it pixie, same thing. We can't call it candy dust because now you're going towards children. So
can't do that.
We were actually going to put it out to everybody tonight.
That one there, and that one, and the blueberry one you got coming. I just can't wait. You've already talked about it.
And I'm actually thinking about doing a revision to this guy is coming out because it's really good. But I'm actually thinking about making a spin-off just now.
Oh, that
okay,
one?
so what is that you have in your hand right now?
This is Thai. This is the sweet tart dust, but we got to figure out the flavor name to call it.
Okay, because I'm writing this down. So what? And then the blueberry one. What is the whole flavor profile in it?
Blueberry custard.
Blueberry custard, and it's called
blueberry
Oliver.
custard. Oliver.
You gotta give them the full name though, baby.
Prince Oliver Funk DeMaco.
The fuck? I ain't writing all that down. Oliver it is.
Is that one of Michael Jackson's kids?
No,
that is
that's
Joey's from Prohibition.
the light bearer says Stardust.
I like Stardust, but Stardust could be IP
Stardust
infringement
is-
from Redline.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a flavor though.
You could call it the stick up. For stick it where. You can do the stick it where line.
That'd be fun.
Hmm.
Stick it where?
Mr. Andrew, what do you think? You're very quiet.
I'm sitting here trying to think. The only thing that really comes to my mind was, first off, sweet tarts is one of my favorite fucking candies ever. So I really
Yeah, it's mine too.
Well, I really hope we nailed it then for you.
like that. That's one of my absolute favorite candies. I remember when who was it that they did a strawberry and a grape? Was it Air Factory did a version of it?
I did, but I didn't. It was okay.
There was another one.
It was okay.
There was
Yeah,
another
Yes,
line
I'll show you
that
some of
did
that shit.
Pixie.
I think Cloud Nerds did a combo like that too. That was much better.
Yeah.
How about sweet dust? No.
That's actually what Kelly had said.
Sweet dust. No.
I'll be right back, guys.
Sweet mama.
Sweet dust.
Sweet mama. There we go.
I would be like,
Sweet mama.
Oh, Mr. Andrew, we're losing you, bud.
I'm going through a really shitty sales on, so I'll bounce back in just a second.
All right, bud. Let us know when
Sweet
you're back.
mama sounds awesome.
So, I have another
You
issue
can put me on
too.
the bottle like this. Look.
No?
You gotta have your paws up because it's a dog label. But then would we be categorizing you as a bitch? And I don't want that to happen.
I'm a bitch, so
I know that.
hey.
I know
you
you
know
are.
I'm a bitch,
Oh,
so
I know.
it fits well. I mean it. You know, tweet starts Stardust. I'm looking at the chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Leprechaun Lube.
Tweet starts. That
Leprechaun
works.
Lube.
That's like the
Sweet
Babel making.
Sweet.
Yes.
I'm back.
I like sweet dust. I like that, Kelly. Sweet dust. I do dig it.
Well, we got
dig it.
distracted.
Hear me now?
We got
Yeah, we can hear you now, but
Tim's
your
vaping.
video's gone.
It'll be back.
What I'm vaping? I just said it. I got the Shamrock.
Well, I said we got what Tim's vaping.
Ooh, rainbow dust.
Oh, what I'm vaping, nobody asked me, damn it.
Yeah, it's someone
Well,
else. I'm all done. That's all I got.
As y'all
set
know,
up.
I'm vaping on this thing called Geek Vape. Y'all already know Falcon, but y'all never heard of that because
Never heard of it.
I never use this shit ever.
No, Falcons are crap, you know?
Would you explain what this Falcon
All right,
is?
I
I've
gotta
never
go
heard of
then.
Falcon tanks suck a dick. I mean, I'm just sponsored by them, that's all.
The gentleman who has a penis the size of that mouth tip, I'm sorry.
Tim John.
it. What about that drip?
I'm
tip?
vaping on
Slightly better.
Steve Cuts Blueberry Hill. Oh my god.
I just shot a bunch of hot
my God.
in the mouth.
Oh, his D is good. Oh shit. Yeah, I remember I got busted for that in my podcast when I was like, oh my god, I got Eric's D. Yeah, I do. And I hope you're not watching, Eric, or you're watching later. I'm more than sure Nick,
I'll text
Nick
him and
will
let
tell
you know.
you that I said that.
I'll text him right
Yeah,
now.
I'm sure you will. Yeah, tell him. Hope said she's got your D. I already know you tell him every fucking thing I say. Shit. And then he talks to me normal.
He's never gonna know because it's not on live or nothing.
No, I mean, and he'll find out because if Kelly tells him and he's not around, she'll tell him and he'll text him anything. See? He did it. Yeah, he does everything that I say. Everything I say.
Yep.
If I say, oh my God, I think Eric is the foxiest fucker ever in the world. Hope said, you're the foxiest fucker in the world. And then when I message him like I never said anything in the world. And he talks to me like I never said anything. I'm waiting for the day he says, so I heard you got my D. Then I'll be like, I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, did you get a piece of my bush?
I got this.
I mean, you got his D. It's only polite to send a part of your bush.
I should send him part of my bush to go with his D. So when are your new flavors? When are your new flavors coming out? Because I've been hyping it up, like dead serious. I've been hyping y'all shit up more than you know.
Well,
more than you know.
The Pixie Tart is we're gonna let it steep for another, the
Sweet tart dust.
Sweet Tart Dust is we're letting it steep for about another week and a half to 2 weeks, just because it's great, but it still needs to steep a little bit for all the flavors to come in.
And we're waiting on labels.
Okay,
yeah,
and then the blueberry and then Oliver.
Oliver is.
And then Oliver.
2-3 months out.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, what do you think about this? Menthol.
What's that? Okay, that has nothing to do with me because
No,
you know
this
I'm not
is
a
the Sweet
menthol
Tart
person.
Dust.
I don't know. We're gonna have to try it.
Like I'm talking about the same menthol
I have to
that's
try
in
it.
menthol.
Sample.
Because like,
Apple.
like seriously, Kelly, hitting the two together.
Is it amazing?
Yeah.
Sample, right? Sample Tim, right? They should sample us.
Well, let's
Sample.
finish the buffet.
All right,
I'm done with mine.
let's
Okay,
go.
Anthony,
I'm
what
done
are
with
you
mine.
vaping?
Is it on me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, I've got, we were talking about this a little bit, but I've got the Zenith. Unfortunately with a Falcon 2 on top, just because I happen to have coils left for this. It's not really
Right
my
on.
favorite.
Right on.
And I've got the Foos with the RDA for vaping. And it's funny you guys brought up Air Factor because I was going through some old liquid and pulled out Melon Lush, and that's what I've been using. It's nice to go back to. It's a decent little watermelon flavor, so I'm all right with it. And I had like a half a bottle left, so I was like, screw it.
I've
And
got
it's
a bottle of
pretty
that
good.
downstairs. I need to
Yeah,
use.
it's not bad at all. And my vote for the name would be Fairy Sweat.
Fairy sweat.
Yeah, and then you could have Cool Fairy Sweat.
Somebody put Endless Rainbow.
That's Mr. Lurkin.
Yeah, I thought about rainbow dust, and I
Yeah.
was just like, there's just so much rainbow out there already.
I like Mama's tart dust because we do call Ty Mama.
Yeah, that's not bad.
She did nurse all 17 puppies on her own.
So
17?
Yeah.
Yep, because she had her litter and Vendetta's litter, and when Vendetta birthed the babies, she was like, I did my part, and she was done. So Ty ended up nursing and raising all 17 puppies.
look, Kelly, this is the bear.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's the Hope Bear that they sold. That half of the proceeds go to COVID-19. I told
Awesome.
Kelly I bought 2 of them for my nephews since my sister-in-law had died from COVID. So I bought 2 of them for my nephews.
Aw,
Aren't they cool? And they're named the Hope Bear. Isn't it
That's
cool?
that's
Awesome.
awesome.
They came out real pretty. I wanted to show Kelly because I had told her about it earlier.
Mr. Andrew, what you
But
got?
I really want to try that sweet dust. What you got, Andrew? Oh, I already know, but you can say it, Andrew.
You already know. And I'm kind of double fisting. I got the Drag S with Storm in it, and then I've got my old Fuchai 200 with a Zeus sub on. And I'm actually vaping the flavor that I'm working on for Hope right now, which is a pralines and cream, vanilla bean ice cream,
Ooh.
sweet raspberry glazed drizzle, and a couple other little tweaks that I've got to make that I haven't figured quite out yet. But so far, it's a very promising flavor. It's going to be a
Yes,
seasonal
I'm
one.
gonna have a juice after me.
Yay!
Isn't
I'm
that
gonna-
crazy?
I'm going to name that one after Hope.
That's
That's awesome.
crazy.
So
That is
are you
awesome.
going with
crazy.
Hope or are you going with Mama Bitch?
Me,
I was just thinking bitchin' praline.
Bitch and praline. That's fucking awesome. Or the bush.
The bush.
Yay, bush.
Bush.
Mama's
the
bush. Mama's bush.
Mama's,
Mama's
bush.
bush.
Fuck yeah, Mama's bush. I love it.
Oh, I'm so happy with the frosted nuts name that I think I got mine for the
Yes,
couple
you
of
did.
months for sure.
You did.
That's a killer.
That
That's a
is.
killer combination of flavors, killer name. Like that's gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been brought up a few
that
times.
That is. Please don't tell me he texted you back. Please don't tell me he texted you back.
No, he
Oh,
hasn't.
he's so
he
busy.
hasn't texted me
Good.
back
He's
yet.
probably bike riding or something. Thank God.
Do you want me to
You're
FaceTime him and tell him?
Probably bike riding.
You can call him and get him on a live call, then he can't deny it.
Oh shit! I'm
So,
busy right
Andrew,
now.
Are you going to go to the rally in DC in September?
Yeah, I was
I'll
telling
be there with
everybody
fucking
about
bells
it.
on.
I told him obviously I can't travel, so hopefully y'all will rep for
of
me
course.
if y'all
We
don't
got you, Hope.
mind.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, you know I can't travel, so yeah, if y'all can do that for me, I would really appreciate it. That would mean the world to me. I don't want, just like the other rallies, like I told, like somebody actually had the balls to tell me, well, you're so big in the community, you can't even show up for a rally. I was like, I got these major health issues. Then I got mom over here, as you know, with dialysis and Alzheimer's. Then I got the autistic kid. It's so hard for me to get up and leave. It's bad enough that even being in the hospital those days was hard for them.
Yeah.
So, but if y'all can rep for me, I would really appreciate it. It would mean the world to me.
Eric just
Oh.
texted
Hey
me
Kelly,
back.
if you can send me the
Oh my
link
God.
for that, I'll do some promo stuff for it too.
Gotcha.
Oh my God. What did he say? What did he say?
Just like this. Who doesn't with the emoji?
And when you guys decide on a name for the new flavor, let me know. I'll do some promo stuff for that too.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you, Anthony.
I enjoy it. It's fun.
Yep.
Oh
You
my
have
God.
The
You're so
peach
stupid.
rings. Let me tell you, we've already gone through a jar of them, and I had to tell Nick no more. We have no getting high on your own supply. That's the first rule.
That is the first rule.
Yeah.
So those came in.
And because of you, I want to try them on Caitlin, because like I was telling Kelly and Nick, and they also recommended it as well. She's on Prozac and Trazodone for sleep. I'd like to try to get her off of that and have her, because she's 19, just so you know, and so try it and see if it works better. And we think it would be sufficient, you know, for her. It would be good for her to try
has
it.
that zombie-like effect, and it's this would be a better option if it works. Much better.
Yeah, I would love. So because of you, sir, I would want. It doesn't work for me. Work well for me, but I would love to try it for her. So we discussed it, and we're gonna get some her way because we want to see if we can get her off of that other stuff and have her do that.
The downside is
we just recently came out with some vegan gummy bears as well that have CBD in them, and I finally got a chance to try some. They are absolutely delicious. Like, I was shocked. Like, I was expecting vegan to be like a little earthy. That's probably the best way I can say it. They are amazing. Like, I couldn't believe how good that they tasted. So that's another option too, if she wants to stay away from anything, you know, processed or, you know, artificial colors and flavors and stuff like that.
No, it's fine. I'm not worried about that. I just wanted to know, because I talked to Kelly, and me and Kelly both have children that are on the spectrum, but I also trust these two with my heart and soul. So when they said we should, you know, it would be good to try on, Kelly and Tim also recommended as well for Caitlin. So I trust these guys. So thank you for having that product that I'm able to say, yeah, I'll try it on my kid, because I wouldn't have thought of trying it with another company.
Well, we finally got some good news.
What's that?
The U.S. government has now going to allow the military to use CBD products.
Yeah,
right on.
Yeah, I thought that was fantastic. I mean, that is a real answer for PTSD.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that now they've just said, okay, we're going to let you guys use this. That's huge. I mean, it really is. Like, there's so many people that can get benefit from the military from this. So I'm pretty stoked about
and if they can use the melatonin too, if they're overseas and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sleep well, that'll help them sleep.
Oh, no, that's wonderful. That's what I'm saying. When you talked, sir, that night, I was just like this the whole time. And I told Kelly, as soon as y'all were done, I said, that was a phenomenal show. You brought so much education. I've never heard anyone, and I know a lot of CBD companies, and you're the first person I can say that taught me so much and made me see that it's phenomenal. You brought so much education. So thank you for that evening. I'll never forget it. It was one of the greatest shows they've had, besides when I was on. I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying. Your show was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
That's what happens when you've been in that field for 20 years. You know, you pick up a few things along the way.
You did excellent. A lot of them actually, a lot of the CBD companies are kind of on the shady side-ish.
You're absolutely right.
Spectrum, and I agree with her. You're the one company that I actually recommend to people, like, openly.
Well, and we get some pushback too because of our cost. Like, our pricing is a little bit higher than everybody else. And even some of my salesmen are like, man, everybody keeps telling me that. I'm like, just have them try them. Yeah. Like, that is this is a premium product. Like, you don't expect, I mean, I always keep saying this all the time, but good CBD ain't cheap and cheap CBD ain't good. You know, that's kind of the law. And what you're saying about these shady companies is very true. And every once in a while, there'll be an ad that comes out or an article of a company who had their products tested, you know, independently, and they don't even have any CBD in them. Or they, you know, they really misrepresent what is there. And that's what I like about us. If you go to the website and you pick up a product, the lab report's right there. Like, you don't have any question about what's in it, how much is in it. And we do that on purpose. So I'm not going to lower prices. I'm not going to, you know, make a less quality product just to get into that price point. I'm going to put out there what I think needs to be out there. You know, win, lose, or draw. That's how I feel about it.
And sorry about my lupus, but the name of your company is right there, right?
Yeah, Exotic Leaf USA.
Exotic Leaf, so I'm writing it down right now.
Like I've said 100 times, the worst part about Anthony's product is that it tastes good. Like, that's the worst part, because I'll eat a couple rings and I want to keep eating them because they taste so good.
So can we tell the story of the first night?
Yes, go for it. Go for it.
All right. So before, now I'm sure everybody at this point probably knows that Rescued is now carrying a line of our products under their own label, which is fantastic. And this is something we would do for anybody.
Yes, I heard. I heard
So
about
I
this.
sent them a bag of samples. I'm like, listen, try the different ones here, see what you like, pick out, flavors that you want. And they are calling me on Facebook, and I'd never gotten a call on Facebook, and I've got this weird ring going on in my house. I'm like, what the fuck is that coming from? And so I get on there and I start talking, and Nick's over there just chowing down on these things. I'm like, dude, like you've had about 300 milligrams of CBD, like slow down.
Oh, by that.
Kelly's over there, like I've had about half that many. And so Nick and I are talking for a while, and he keeps flashing over, and Kelly will say something, come back. And then about maybe 10 minutes later, Kelly's sprawled out on the couch. Like eyes are almost closed. She's had enough CBD. She's very relaxed and just about ready to go to sleep. I was dying laughing. Nick?
I was good.
Yeah, he was just comfortable. And he was just like.
Yeah, I think by the end of that night, I ate almost 1,000 milligrams. And
so how much is it? Because like I told them I get paid once a month, but I pay a lot in medical bills.
We'll take care of that.
Yeah,
medications.
No worries, Mama.
Hope we're sending you.
Are you sure?
We're sending you peach rings for Caitlin.
I don't want you guys to. I don't.
Just
I appreciate
make sure
it.
I get her address. I'll take care of it.
Okay, thank you, Anthony.
Okay,
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because I
have samples that I
pay a
send
lot
out all
for
the
my
time.
medication.
Yeah,
and you
I'm
sound
really
like you got the gift of gab. So, I mean, giving you some of those and having you tell other people how good they are is probably the best marketing I can pay for anyway.
I think everyone here can tell you.
I appreciate it.
if Hope likes a product, she's telling everyone. If she doesn't like the product, she's telling everyone.
So just if you'll do me a favor and just go to the website, look around and see what flavors kind of interest you, and then I'll send you some stuff because that'll probably be the easiest way. Because if you don't like Apple and I send you Apple, you're going to be like, well, these are terrible. So
I appreciate it. No, I appreciate that because these guys know, like with Falcons, I've made people buy how many Falcons, Nick? Like 20,000 Falcons in a week. Then the coils. Then if I say I like this, like Nico, especially with Nico, I was like, y'all need to buy this shit. Buy the shit. People started buying it. I'm like, if I like something that much, I don't know why, but
that's probably why she likes me too, because I'm like Falcon is the only sub-ohm tank. So
it is.
I mean, there's really no point in anything else. Yeah, as soon as I got mine, it was so funny because like even in the store, like we carried a couple other sub-ohm tanks, but we never sold them.
Yeah.
Just, it's like which color Falcon do you want? That's basically the decision you had to make.
And I'm
making Nick do a research on the metal collection because I had gotten all the metal collection from Horizon Tech.
That's pretty.
No, but you know what I did with them when they gave them to me? I gave them away because I got sponsored by them. Now I want my collection back, which I worked on all my collection.
I've got the red and the rainbow, the original Falcon.
I have an announcement.
I want all of them. I need all 15 of them. That's what
Kelly,
I need.
you just have to stick a pry bar in there and get in.
Listen, I have an amazing announcement to make, and I really need y'all to hear this. You know how I love Vengeance?
You love
Vengeance
what?
is my flavor.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's my jam.
Yes.
I like Thai more. I like Thai more than Vengeance.
I call bullshit.
I just hit Vengeance a couple of times, and I was like, this doesn't taste good anymore.
I just don't buy liquid anymore, but Sweet Tarts is like my favorite thing. So you guys are just hitting the right one right there.
I can't wait.
Like
I can't wait. Me and Tim are like this.
I know.
Me and Tim are like this.
It's not just me.
We're waiting outside our mailbox.
Lady Liberty's is feeling exactly the same way about this. She wants another bottle of Ben, but we're trying to wait until you get your new flavor so we can get them both at the same time because we definitely want to try that.
Andrew.
Yeah, but also,
actually, no, I don't.
I'll fix that for you. I'll send you one of mine.
They're good tank.
I'll send you one with a new coil.
No, you need a Falcon. How can you not? You know what pisses me off is when people are like, "Oh my God, Falcons are like it's so expensive." No, they're really not. If you find them in the right place, and people are like, "They're like $50." Where the fuck? Falcon?
No.
I never paid $50 for a fucking Falcon.
Hey, Hope.
No.
Hope. When I first got my Falcons, they screwed up and didn't know the prices, so I got them for the tanks and the other tanks on the shelf. So I got a really good deal on mine too. When they first came out.
The original version of the Falcon had that cap issue where if you didn't get it on straight, It would leak, but that was not the tank's fault.
Yeah.
No, that's you.
But that I love the flip open
That's
door
what I would
design,
tell
and
people.
mine still works. Like I've been using that same tank for
Anthony, ask me how many Falcons I have. Ask me how many Falcons I have.
Hey, Mama, how many Falcons do you have?
How many do I have, Nick? Like 21, 20,
Holy shit.
20.
So let's
21?
talk coils. What Falcon coil
M1.
do you prefer?
M1 plus.
No.
M1 plus. That's the right one.
M1
That's the right
hands
answer.
Down. No.
M1 plus is the
M1
right
plus.
answer.
I'm sorry, sir. You were wrong.
Falcon connoisseur. I think we know what we're talking about.
I'm sorry. I'm going through a tunnel. I can't hear you. You're cutting out, Anthony.
You guys stick to these. You guys stick to these rebuildable things and find the right coils for those.
Yeah,
That's fine. But
yeah, no, but I do have some M1s that I did buy from Nick, and he was like, "Are you sure you want those?" I was like, "Yes." And the reason why I bought them was because of Nick. So I have M1s, M1 pluses. So when I got my sponsor package, Nick, they sent me M1s, duals, and triples.
I hate those two.
And I was like, and you know what? And those are the ones I'm using right now to get rid of them, so I don't touch my M1s and my M1 pluses. And it's like they're not the same.
They're not the same.
And I so much wanted that dual to be good because I used to use the X2 for the Baby Beast, and I liked that coil design, but I just never could get on board with anything other than the single coil in the Falcon. I don't know why. I couldn't.
Nick, are you sure? Are you sure you got Andrew taken care of with the Falcon? Because I got extra.
Stop giving away your supply. Let me give away my supply.
Oh my God! You don't let me do anything.
I'll take one.
Let
Like
me do anything.
I use the original Falcon, like what Anthony was talking about. I'm just not. I don't really do a whole lot of sub ohm anyway.
Me neither.
And so if I can find one,
this is the sub ohm you need to use, my brother.
To be honest,
is the
man,
best sub ohm out there.
Between a dripper and that Falcon with the M1 plus, I feel like the flavor is close.
Yeah,
I really do. Like it's so close, and I've never found any other sub ohm tank that was even close.
I am
With the M1, I agree with what he said.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna have to look in the M1 plus.
Okay, well I can do that tomorrow because tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah. See, I would be curious just to try that, just to see how it.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
Longest lasting coils in the industry,
They are.
bar none. Even the shittier ones that have come out of late are still longer lasting.
Yep.
But you know what my problem is with the M1 pluses? I honestly feel like it takes away some of the sweetness of the juice. Those coils do last slightly longer than the M1. But I feel like I sacrifice the sweetness for the length, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I
respect that.
I get that.
I respect that.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
And
everybody has their own, favorite coil. Like some people like the triple, and I'm like, no, the dual. So honestly, if it's between coils, it's between the M1 and the M1 plus. Those are the two that I did.
Honestly,
the most
I'd take
out
an
of the
F1
Falcons.
coil over just about any other tank that's out there right now. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, even the worst coil of the bunch is still better than. Like, I got the diamond tank that came with this Zenith kit, and I'm like, well, I might as well use it. There's coils for it. I haven't really switched up tanks in a while, in like 3, maybe 4 days at the most out of coil, and I'm getting weeks out of these.
How is that, Texas Mom? How is that one?
It is. I've had it before. They sent it to me. It's okay. I'm not a pod person, but it's pretty as fuck. It's pretty as fuck, I'll tell you that. But I'm not a pod person. So you got to ask somebody that's a pod person. But it's okay. It's okay. They sent them to me with my package, and they're okay. They were supposed to let out another pod system, and Luna, the big sponsor lady at Horizon, said it didn't do well, so they didn't release it. So I asked if any new tanks are coming out, any new coils. Nothing as of yet. So when I find out, I'll let you know, because we're the first ones to find out. So as soon as we find out, I'll let you guys know, because I told them they need to let out another tank to where you can twist.
Yes.
twist off like the resin tank and stuff
This-
like that.
This Falcon 2 was not a step in the right direction.
No.
Be honest, it's just not.
They screwed up with that. I think
it's-
making it a sector mesh, and you can only use that one tank, one coil with that one tank. That's ridiculous.
Well, it's hard to
That's
fill
ridiculous.
because you can't get a 100 ml bottle in there, right? It's
Take off
just
the tip.
yeah, the tip
It's-
is weird. It doesn't have like no O-ring. It's just everything about
Nope.
it. And I don't like if you're gonna make something a 2, then it has to be better. I mean, that's just like the Falcon to the Falcon King was a step in the right direction. There were things about that tank that I felt like were better. And then I was like, okay, Falcon 2's coming out. I was all excited, and it was like,
Yeah, me too. And
Man,
then when it
so
came out, I was
disappointed.
like, how do you?
I got one to test before we started bringing them into the stores, and
Yeah.
that's the only one that exists because it just wasn't a step in the right direction.
I mean, I have all of them just due to collection purposes. And I can tell you, when I first got it, when they sent it to me, I was like, how do you take it out? Number one, so I couldn't. My hands with my lupus is hard to take it out, so I have to use pliers to get the end to pull it out, and then to to be able to prime it, put it back in. It just like they say, oh, you can take it out and you can still have juice inside. It's not. I don't use that tank. They're
I
just
think
there
we're-
sitting there.
I think where Falcon missed the boat was not coming out with a rechargeable stick mod with the Falcon on top. They could have called it
They
like
did.
with the Falcon King. They could have called it the
They did.
Scepter.
They did
It
with the Falcon.
was
The Falcon King.
Yeah.
yeah, but an
Falcon
actual
King.
rechargeable stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they even came out with a Salt Nick
Yeah.
version of it too.
Yeah.
I asked
Yeah.
Horizon. They said they didn't make that for the U.S. I could not get it.
No, we even have a couple. I think we have 2 left.
What's it
Yeah.
called?
It's
The magic.
Magico stick.
No,
It's a
that's
magical
not,
stick.
that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
The Magico's like
I have
got
the-
mouth
I
to
have the
lung and
list.
stuff options.
Well,
on
that's
it.
their Salt Nick version of it before they came out with the pods. But they did
Okay.
Yeah.
did come out with a Falcon King on a Falcon stick.
okay. Because
Yep,
I'd seen
they
one that
did.
was overseas. It was called like the Beak. And I was like,
No.
well, can I get that? And she's like, no, it's not for US. I'm like, that's what I want. I want, because, it would take over things like the old like Prince sticks and stuff like that. It was,
Yep.
I wanted that
Yeah.
twister style for people to
Yeah.
just be able to buy an inexpensive setup, but have that really great flavor.
Right.
I could never get behind those. I always felt like I was sucking a penis.
Light Bear says,
Yeah.
welcome to Falcon Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave mine away. I gave mine away.
Yeah,
Or I
it's a
would've
change of
given- I
pace from
would've
every
given-
other show. We got to talk about drippers the whole freaking time.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
let me tell you about this apocalypse
When-
right here.
Yeah,
I know.
And this elite and
So
I got
when
this
I come
quadruple
on-
stack thing that no one else would ever use.
it's
in
got
their
I
life.
also-
Lethal's coils are in here, and they actually are.
Oh no, Anthony! When
offense
I
to
come on,
drippers.
it's all Falcon sub-ohm conversation. The dripping conversation does
I
not
just
apply
think
when
it's
I'm on.
more of the general public. If drippers were what everybody was using, then all of these laws go into effect. No one would care about.
Right.
I think that's you have to kind of focus occasionally on regular people.
Yeah.
So, but Anthony has his juice coming out too. That he has his juice out too. There, his
You mean
Vicious
Andrew?
Vixen juice.
Andrew.
Andrew,
Andrew,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what the fuck I meant.
like,
Hey, you know what the fuck I
If
meant?
you want some of my juice,
Sorry.
I'll give it to you, but that's probably not going to
Hey,
vape.
I mean,
I can put it with
Bush
my
and
bush.
juice.
Woo!
Andrew's
Yeah.
Andrew's line.
Yeah, that's
I've tried
good.
a couple of the flavors and I actually really enjoyed it.
Dude, their pink
Raven is my
lemonade.
favorite.
Oh.
Raven.
Rose and
I like the
Divine
name.
are really good.
I can get you guys who hadn't tried it. I mean, I'll be happy if you just like mail me or
Raven is
text me or
delicious.
whatever some shipping info. I'll be happy to get juices out. I need some more Snickerdoodle, by the way, because I drain that shit.
Woo! Nico is the bomb. I made. You know
So
what
I have to tell
did?
you.
You know what I? Kelly, tell him what I did to Nico. Tell him what
Okay.
I did to Nico.
So with Nico, Hope gets the first bottle and she fills her tank. And before she can even get like 5 hits in, she's already ordered 2 more bottles. She hadn't even been vaping on it for a half hour. And she's like, I gotta get more.
Sometimes you just know.
Yeah.
You
And I
just
did.
know.
It's the best
Oh, fuck
Snickerdoodle I've
yeah.
ever had. No question
Oh, it's
about
the
it.
best.
I wish I was
It
more of a
the best.
dessert
It's not
guy.
even
I'm just
Here's
not.
another fun story.
See, I'm not either. As far as I can do like the cookies, but not the real desserts.
Yeah,
Have you tried the Nico?
Mm-mm.
I haven't.
The Nico's different than any of the others.
Oh,
It really is. It's absolutely different.
God.
I'm not a Snickerdoodle fan. I love this.
Yeah.
It's the
So,
best shit ever.
yesterday, I bathed Velez because, you know, he's got the itchies and he gets regular baths because he's a very diva-like puppy. So he gets a bath in his puppy shampoo, and he smells all good and smells like oatmeal for calming of the skin. And I put the flea drops down his back, and I get his shirt on, and he's all clean and smells pretty. And Nick comes home and squirts Nico on Velez's clean head. Like,
Oh my
Smelled
God.
delicious, didn't he? He smelled delicious.
well, today I'm like snuggling Velez, and I put my face up on his head, and I'm like snuggling him. I'm like, what is that smell? I'm like, why do I know that smell? Like that's not his soap. What is going on here? And then I remembered after I bathed the dog, my husband put vape liquid on my dog's head.
Nice.
Oh,
That
man.
is hilarious.
So now I can't bathe him because he's got flea drops on him. Because you're not supposed to get him wet for a couple of days after you put the flea meds on. And he smells like vape liquid. And it's
Jeremy, hello, Foos.
Andrew, we just paid
Who's
so
in
we
the
can get your liquid
house?
in while I remembered.
Yeah, let's get your liquid in. What
Yeah.
flavors you got?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start out with Raven, because that's my favorite too. It's strawberries, vanilla cream, and like a honey cheesecake graham cracker crust.
Ooh, sounds good.
It's
It's
not
good.
like it's not overly sweet either. You taste more of the individual flavors more so than you do the sweetness.
Is it better than this?
yes.
What's this?
If it's better
What is
than
that?
the Strawberry Crunch by
Yeah.
Taylor
They
House,
kick Strawberries Crunch's ass.
Is it a
then I want
natural
some.
strawberry flavor, or is it like more artificial strawberry flavor? Like
No,
candy?
it's more. It's a blend of both. There's 3 different types of strawberry in there.
Okay.
One of the main ones is Red Touch, which is really kind of hurting my feelings because I'm having a hard time finding it right now. But anybody familiar with mixing juice, Red Touch is one of the best strawberry concentrates you're going to get.
Yeah.
I think I found a replacement for it. TFA just came out with a new strawberry that's very similar to Red Touch.
I've heard about it.
It's stronger, so I'm having to tweak it a little bit. But other than that, yeah, I'm not the type that's going to say my juice is better than anybody's. But what I will tell you is it's going to compete with just about anybody's.
That's the only one I really like.
This stuff's amazing.
This comes close to the flavor profile you expected, and I actually like this one.
Oh no, Tim, you'll love this stuff. And at the end, you get that honey taste.
See that?
Yeah,
Well, they had that
this is
honey.
good shit right here.
It's funny because they have that honey juice. The Taylor House has the honey, just the straight up honey, and actually,
Oh no, honey, you'll love this.
that sounds.
You'll love
delicious. I need some of that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? So which bottle do you want me to pull now?
Next is Rose. Rose is a caramel bananas Foster.
That was Kelly.
That's
And
what
it's-
I like a lot.
That's a sweet one. It's really good. Personally, it's not really my profile type. When I first made the juice, I made it for a friend and made a few different variations, and the favorites what I went with because my friend was more the banana Foster type person. Divine is like a harvest berry lemonade. It's a strawberry, blackberry, and sweet raspberry. I think they're blended together perfectly. Nick's sitting there shaking his head like, hell yeah, it's blended together perfectly, which means a lot because the bin lemonade that they have is and I don't like guava, so their bin flavor is pardon the way I put this, but it's fucking amazing. So and menthol too, like the menthol kick y'all did on that. So to have a lemonade lover saying he likes my lemonade, that means a whole lot.
Yeah, Divine is awesome. I drained that bottle in probably a day and a half.
And then the final flavor in the line, as of right now, is Storm, and Storm is like a watermelon strawberry menthol. A lot of people like it's not like Easy does it or anything like that. It's unique to itself.
They
So-
don't make it anymore, but it's still got a bottle.
You should
And
throw
then,
that away and get Storm.
And then I'm actually I already covered releasing the flavor for Hope. That's going to be after the holidays, or I'm sorry, after the summer, right before the holidays. And the next flavor that's coming out is ripe strawberry, New York cheesecake, honey graham cracker crust, vanilla cream, vanilla custard, and salted caramel.
Ooh, shit.
That
Damn.
sounds good.
That's actually going to be named
Damn.
after Shannon over the M&D Vapor.
M&D Vapors. That's my girl. That's my girl.
Gonna be
Right
named
on.
after. And then salt shirt. They're basically ready to go. I've been slack and haven't let them out yet, and I don't know why.
I get that.
Look what Andrew sent me, Nick.
Oh,
the boost.
So now I got the baby, then I got my
single battery.
the daddy. I got my daddy, and then I got the mama legend. See?
She's got one of everything.
I got the family, but now
I
now,
lived
now
with
I'm,
the original 100 watt for like a year and a half. I love
I
that.
have that there.
I don't know.
I'm bugging Andrew now for the green Aegis X. I need the green Aegis X in my
I'm going to
life.
tell you this earlier. I just got we just got a whole shipment of Aegises in. So when I sort through them, I'm going to send it to you.
I need the green Aegis X in my life. I don't know
It's
why.
amazing
but
that we
I
all
do.
know like Aegis mods like inside and out. Like
Yeah. I mean, that
not
just
every
shows.
other company's
my
like that,
God.
guys.
Yeah, Cassie has the X. I don't have the X. I have the first gen and the second gen of the Aegis Legend.
Oh
Well,
no.
that's
You know
why
how
I
you can tell
want
the
to.
difference is the weight. The older one is a little heavier, and the newer
Yeah.
one's the one that had a little bit of problems with the screen occasionally. But
Wow.
you'd know within 2 weeks if he had a problem with the screen.
That's why I just want to point out, though, it's an amazing mod. Everybody here knows about it, just like the Falcon tank.
Yep.
And those
Yeah.
two together is the perfect thing.
We know a guy that he works on the railroad. He dropped his Legend with a Falcon tank off the back of a train.
I'm going to drop out for a second, just so y'all know I'm coming off of Wi-Fi. I got to go help Summer unload something at her aunt's farm. So when I cut out,
Okay,
I'm
honey.
See you in a little bit.
See you in a little bit.
Okay.
So this guy, he drops his mod off the back of a train, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would think that when it falls off the back of a train, it's just done. Okay, and that was in like November. Then 3 months later, he finds the mod. It still works. The tank is busted, but the mod
Right.
still worked. Like he's like, that was the
Fuck yeah.
best $100 I ever spent because
Oh yeah.
all I had to do was buy another tank, and really all he had to buy was the glass and a coil.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, unless it was aesthetics, that was like the mod to sell. Like
Yep.
it was, unless you just did not like the look of it, was really the only reason not to get that.
Yeah.
Right, light bearer says, "What is this Aegis you speak of?" I don't know. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what this is.
well, people would come into the shop and they would
I
I
don't
want
know
a new
what this
mod, and the
is.
first question I would ask is, well, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Because if you're like me, where you're a stay-at-home mom and you have the time to invest in keeping something pretty,
Yep.
that you
Yep.
don't need the Legend. But if you're like Nick and you're doing stuff all day long and you're with your hands, like you need something that's durable. Nick's had a
Most
Legend
definitely.
fall off a roof.
That leather grip was just
him.
so nice.
Like they're so nice.
For
So
guys
nice.
like us who just beat through mods, that leather made all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
It really
And
did.
And Nick had
For-
one for the paint where the metal ring around the leather
Mhm.
was. The paint was coming off, and we were out of Legends, and a guy actually bought
Like
it.
that. See it?
Oh,
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was way worse. A guy actually came in and he's like, "I need a Legend." And we're like, "Well, we're out." And he's like, "Well, I'll buy yours." And Nick's like, "I didn't want to sell it," but he ended up buying Nick's used, beat up mod.
For $120 because I didn't want to part with it.
Oh,
And he's
wow.
like, I'll just take it. I have the box and everything. He's like, I don't give a damn. I want that mod.
The only slight issue that I had with the Legend was the battery door. Like you just have to make
Yeah.
sure it's really closed.
Yeah.
Like with my original 100 watt,
agree.
I know a lot of people don't like the screw in style. I like that. I
Yeah.
always felt like it was secure. Like I didn't have to
Yeah.
worry about that. And so many mods during that period of time were having battery doors. So they just
It's also the
pop
break-in.
open.
What break-in on them when trying to open it without batteries in it the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such
Yeah.
a pain to
But I
open.
understood the reason why it had to be like that was because it had to seal. It had to be watertight. So it had to have a big seal in there.
Yeah.
like Anthony, like with me, the reason why I fell in love with the Aegis was I first started with a smoke Priv X, right? Priv, right?
Yeah.
And
T-Priv.
but my hands with my Lupus give out.
Right.
But with the Legend, I'm able to hold it probably the best out of any mod that I've ever had. So the new one I got is a little difficult, but I'm able to hold on to it. But the Aegis, they've made that perfect.
So
for me
the one mod
to
that they
hold
made
on
that I
to.
didn't understand was the solo, because they went
Yeah.
from the 100 watt with a 26,650 battery, which gave you additional battery life, to a single 18,650. And I thought, well, who is this really for? Like, if you're using mouth to lung, it would be okay. But people that were used to the Aegis, that wasn't a step up. That was like, I can't use this. Like, I'm going to go through batteries like constantly with this. So that was the only one that I wasn't a big fan of.
The one I didn't like was the internal battery one, because I went through
the mini.
Yeah.
Oh man, we sold a buttload of those. Like that was super
bad.
popular.
It just, I had to keep putting it on the charger because I was constantly using it.
And they work really well with cartridges. So
yeah.
Anyway.
But like, you know, I like the dual battery one because I had extra battery life.
Yeah.
What I liked about the mini was when they put a tank on there, they knew the battery capacity of that. So they designed coils that gave you a great mouth to lung hit that ran on very, very low wattage. But that's the smart thing. It's like, it's thinking about the user and not just about the aesthetics, which, you know, companies like Smoke, I think they think more aesthetics than they actually do of actual use. And that's the one thing that always used to get on my nerves. Like that big GX350 they used to have with the 4. It was like, this thing is too big. Like most people cannot hold this thing, number one. It's just too big. And then that battery door on the bottom would just like throw 4 batteries out whenever it felt like it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm a big fan.
I agree.
I never liked the mod that had the door on the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I'm real bad about dragging my mods on the table, and if they had the latch on the bottom, they would just pop open.
Yeah, speaking of that, anybody have a Tesla 220 with a battery door? I'd love to have it.
The Tesla, the Wii one?
The 220, the big one. Like she's talking about that. It had a battery door that actually slid off the mod.
That's funny. My first mod was
my battery door is gone somewhere. It fell off in my car and vanished.
My first mod was the single door Tesla.
So you're telling me that, you know, and I'm not very intelligent with this. I'm not knowledgeable of this, what you're speaking of. So this door actually came off completely?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you take it off, put in your batteries, and then you, how do you?
And then it slides back
clips
on.
Clips back on. Yeah. My Tesla,
and it's not magnetic. It just, it clips into place. Yeah.
Yep.
And I love the mod. Like I thought that was a great, heavy duty mod. I mean, I bet that mod weighed 5 pounds. I mean, it was a heavy mod. Now I ate through the coating on that one too, but I did really like the mod. But you know, you lose the battery door, and that's kind of over with.
Okay. Yeah, I never heard of that. That's crazy. The whole door. I never heard of that.
It's just, you know, there's so much stuff in the vape world where, you know, so much of the design is good, and it's got that one fatal flaw that just
like when they went to this, they went to that door comes off.
Yeah.
And that's got the same chipset as the Aegis.
Which is funny because I actually, and then they have the one, they have, I can't remember what the name of it is, but they have the one from that Vupu makes. It's got the 2 sliding doors on either side. So you put one
I remember that.
side.
Two.
Is it the 2? Okay. Because I have the Alpha 1 and I like that, but just because of aesthetics, it's a pain to vape because it's so sharp.
I'll be honest, if it wasn't the Smoke that I did back then, and if it's not the Aegis, the only other one I had was the Sigeli that was similar to the Legend.
Is that 213?
Was it that one the one with, what was it called? It had the whole, they let it out last year. I forgot what it's called.
The Jackaroo.
Yeah.
Jackaroo is also
I had that, didn't like it, gave it away.
Wasn't that a Bogan thing?
If it wasn't for that.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that he had something to do with
that. Vanity Vape.
Yeah, Vanity Vape.
I like.
So the purple Falcon in the metal collection is after me. They named that one after me. That was because of the whole lupus thing. So that's why I'm trying to get the medal collection back, Nick.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm saying, if you know anybody, all 15, let me know. I'll sell my mom and my kid to get them.
Well,
any of you guys ever use the Shogun? The iJoy Shogun? I actually like that mod.
I wasn't.
I like that mod. Okay. I like the feel of that the resin. I just felt like it had a really nice soft resin on it.
He's watching the rat because he wants to play with it.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
That is so funny, that dog.
That's
so funny.
Kelly, can you tell us how you guys ended up with a scorpion?
So
that was Nick.
It is actually a birthday present for that lovely young lady right there because it's her birthday on Monday.
29 again, huh?
21.
I'm not ashamed.
21.
I'll be 36.
She's gonna be 76.
What's
It's
the
85
date?
last
What's the
time.
date
Never
again?
mind.
Say that again.
What's the date?
The
The
27th.
date, Kelly? The 27th. Okay, well, she knows for a fact what I got her for her birthday already. I bought her how many bags? Like 6 bags of fucking Laffy Taffy that's sitting right in that fucking thing. So when I can mail, when I get all the money, because I got like 5 packages I have to mail out.
That's like a trivia question, too. It's what is Kelly's favorite Laffy Taffy flavor? I know.
It's banana.
I don't know.
It is
so
banana.
I bought her a shitload. A shitload. Like, I bought her 6 bags. I bought her troll kind, and then I went and bought her a big fucking bag and went to HEB, the grocery store, and I just threw them all in that fucking box. It's ready to go. That's a birthday gift and a card and a big plaque thing about dogs. And I'm coloring a thing. Look, Kelly, I'm coloring this for you right now.
Aww.
See,
I love it.
Coloring them. I'm coloring live, love, bark. So I'm coloring all this shit for her. You would think I would remember her birthday, and I don't. Now I do. Now I'm gonna go make a big old fucking deal on Monday about it.
It's funny you brought that up. We're actually thinking about doing digital custom birthday cards from Shake and Bake.
You should.
So like if you wanted to, surprise somebody with an actual custom, so we'd like search out their Facebook and Instagram and actually make a nice little custom digital birthday card for somebody. I just thought that'd be cool.
Can you make one with a big penis on there and put it on there for her and put painfully average?
Yes.
Oh,
If you've seen any of my Instagram posts, you know I'm not afraid to do something like that.
I look forward to you adding me because I'm gonna fucking stalk your ass tonight.
You gotta watch the old videos if you haven't watched them yet. The spoof videos, you gotta watch them.
Please add me now. Texas Mama 09. Add me now so I can be like.
No problem. If you watch the April 1st videos, you'll get a real taste on what I'm like.
I'm excited. I found a Kelly. See, now we have a male who's close to the way we are, because I'm fucking crazy as fuck. Kelly's crazy nasty. Nick is nasty crazy. Tim is a little nasty, but in a kind of less aggressive way.
I'm very aggressive with my nasty. Grrr.
Oh, you are.
Tim like sneaks them in though. It's not obvious. It's like 30 seconds later somebody's going, now wait a minute.
Okay,
that's what I love. I'll
admit it now in front of everybody. The day that I saw you, I told Kelly that day, I said, he's a good looking dude. I mean, I respect
gonna start
your
getting
wife.
jealous.
I respect your wife. I respect your wife. Trust me. I said, but damn, he's a good looking dude. That's why I was like this looking at you. I was like, that's a good looking dude.
And then he came up with stick it where.
Yeah, he's like, stick it where? Yeah, so
you missed that conversation, Anthony. You would have
Yes, I did.
loved that conversation if you were there in that Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Texas Mama, you got a new follower. There you go.
Yeah, I'm all, look, now I'm going and I'm looking.
It should be about 5 more. Yeah. It should be about 5 more coming.
I'll get the rest of them later. That's just my main account.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. I just followed you back, sweetheart. Thank you for adding me.
Anthony,
no problem at all.
Anthony, I follow all your accounts as I know.
Yeah, I know. Like, I think you and my son are the only one that's actually found all of the accounts.
That fucking Kool-Aid man is fucking awesome, man.
Yes, it is.
That is phenomenal. Oh my God, I love this shit. Oh my goodness, the Golden Girls and shit. What the fuck?
Oh, he has some great stuff on.
He does.
I am going to have fun tonight.
Yeah,
I don't sleep a lot.
If you really want, I mean, just watch some of the IGTV stuff. That will probably give you a really
please add all your accounts.
Yeah.
So
I'll add the rest, but most
sleep.
everything gets shared in the main account. But I mean, there are ones out there like the CBD candy cartel. Like not everybody even knows about that. That was just for fun. I was like,
well, I have it.
Yeah.
just so
Dr.
you're aware,
Exotic
my
is
daughter
out there too.
My daughter Caitlin does the best cloud checks in the world.
She does.
Does she not? She does the best cloud checks in the world. She did one today. She did when she does them. She gets more likes than I do. My child is well liked in this community. Everybody's like, not how's Hope? How's Caitlin? Where's Caitlin? Is she doing all right? Where's Caitlin? Where's Caitlin? Oh, hey, Hope, how are you? Oh, okay. Well, fuck Hope, but let's ask where Caitlin is.
Well,
But
not to
Caitlin,
turn the conversation like a ton, but Kelly had posted something on Facebook, and I kind of wanted to touch on it just for a second.
Sure.
I have to be honest, like through this 6 months, 7 months of this year, I have been dealing with like crippling depression when it comes to, you know, being at home and being away and not being able to get out and do sales and stuff like that. And I think that the only thing that's gotten me through is this vape family that we have.
Yes.
In all honesty, without this, I don't know that I wouldn't have swallowed a bullet by
I'm
this
the
point.
same
I mean,
way,
I have been really, so when I read your post the other day on Facebook, I wanted to get on there and just like write a paragraph, but it's like, it's not really the place for that.
Go for it.
I know, but that's just not who I am. Like, and the funny thing is, it's like, because I am in business and sales, I have to promote that kind of positive attitude all the time, because, you know, if the person that's selling you something's like, woe is me kind of situation, it doesn't really do well with that kind of thing. But I just want to let everybody out there know that, you know, I hope that I've encouraged some of you guys. I've hoped that I've made you laugh during, you know, tough times, but just know that you've done the same thing for me. Like without a lot of the people that are in these chats and being able to spend time in these lives, I would have made it through all of this.
Let me know when you're feeling down.
way.
I'll make sure and poke a little at you in chat once in a while.
Hell yeah. And if you see me like not around for a little while, like, because that happens. Like I go into that.
Happen to notice? I always notice when you come back after you've been gone a little while. I always make sure to point you out.
Yeah,
but I can tell you, Anthony.
Yeah, go ahead.
This family, it's just me, my mom, and Caitlin, and it's sad. Like I cried with Kelly because when I came home from the hospital, I had to take a cab because nobody wanted to pick me up. I have a brother who does nothing for me, and you guys are the things that save my life daily. You guys are my family, and I cry to Kelly all the time, and I'm very grateful because you guys are my family. I've never had anybody in my family help me in life as much as you guys. And I've been involved with the vape family for 5 years, but this last year has probably been the best year because I've met more people. But you guys have become family, like brothers and sisters, and I want to know how you're doing. And I cried, like when Nick went to the hospital, I cried my brains out, and I called him, and I was like, "Are you okay?" I can't imagine my life without any of you, including you, Anthony.
Well, and I think
once you're in my life,
circle. I think you've seen this
beautiful
circle of people like Grim and Ruby and other people that have went through periods of time where they've just it's just been rough, you know, and it's nice to see that when somebody falls, there's somebody else there to kind of pick them up and, you know, vice versa. I mean, there's an old saying that, you know, comedy loves misery. And it's really true because, you know, sometimes I put on a front of funny to, you know, pull away from that. You know, I almost feel like it's a Robin Williams-esque kind of situation where, you know, that guy was battling some serious demons. And, you know, and I think that that's the case. And sometimes you can see it in chat where somebody is just really, they're putting on a good front, but you can just tell that there's something going on.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I wanted you to be able to talk about this a little too, Kelly.
I didn't make that post because I was looking for attention or I wanted anyone to
that was
feel
obvious.
bad for me.
Yeah.
You know, I want people to understand, because a lot of people I've been told before that I'm intimidating, and I'm intimidating because I have a business, because, you know, I'm very much who I am, kind of.
Well, you're a strong woman. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And that can be intimidating. And I don't want people to see me as this robot. I am a person.
No, she's when we met, right, Kelly? We stayed on a live for hours, and she's the most beautiful human being. She's not a robot. She's got feelings. And then when I went into the hospital, her and Casey, Nick's wife, I didn't realize how much Casey cared and Nick cared. But I mean, me and Nick and Casey are close. But when I was in the hospital, Nick and Casey and Kelly, and they were just, it's just, you don't know how much love. And Kelly, when she told me, I'll never forget when she told me, you're my spirit animal, that made me cry, because I couldn't believe that I did something like that for this beautiful woman who's my spirit animal as well. I love her to death. I don't call, like lately we haven't called each other because we've been busy and I've been not feeling well. But this woman right here has so much love in her heart. People don't realize that. And I'll protect her. And I tell fucking people, when we're live, I said, don't be messaging them for free shit. If I find out, I'll kick y'all's fucking ass. Don't message Nick for shit. I'll fuck you up. I mean, I love her with all my heart, and she knows that. And I don't think I could live my life without this female in my life. And she knows that.
The thing that got me was Facebook has that awesome feature where it shows you your memories from last year and the years before.
Yep.
And 2 years ago I got promoted when I was working for another company. I got a big promotion this time. The following year I was getting promoted again. And then last year we had our vape shop and we were doing really well. And I mean, I was telling Nick about this either last night or the night before. Like, I was sitting on the couch and I was crying, and it wasn't that I was mad or anything, and I didn't want him to fix it, but I was like, in a year's time, we went from being, those people where it was like, hey, you need $20? Here, no problem, you can have $20. You want 50? That's fine, you can have that. Like, it was no big deal, and now we're like, okay, do we fix this car or that car? Do we... You know what I mean? Like we're not hurting, but we're more cautious now.
Yeah.
And it almost devastated me, because it's like I want to be where we were a year ago. I want to be able to just to give and help and do, and there are times where I can't, and it hurts.
Yeah.
And like.
But just you being you. Remember how I told you the other day, Nick? I don't know if Kelly told you this, but I told Kelly, when you call me princess and beautiful and things like that, you actually make me feel beautiful.
You are.
That means a lot to me.
Like, I was on the phone.
Don't cry. You're gonna make me cry.
No,
I was on the phone with a lady earlier. That's the reason why we were late. She is a 78-something-year-old lady, and she's a bitch. She'll give you a run for your money, Hope.
I'm sure there's more bitchier people than me. I'm sure.
But at the same time, when I come over to her house to see her to do some work for her or anything like that, her caretaker is one of my friend's wives, and she's like, she's always nice to me when you're here. She's always nice when you're here. She's always nice the day she knows you're coming, and that when you leave, she's nice to me. And she's like, you always call her beautiful. Why? I was like, she is. She's okay. So she's old. She has a beautiful, beautiful mind. She is a sweet person. If you treat them nice, if you treat people nice, guess what? You make their day better.
Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, I could be the meanest person, but you know me. I'll do anything for anybody, but I told Kelly that. I said, she goes, you try and make moves on my dude? I was like, yeah,
I can make you feel better.
Am.
Hope I can make you feel better. You don't do anything for anyone. You'll even give a piece of your bush.
Yeah.
Send me your address. I'll give you my bush, brother. I need your address. But when I told her that, Nick, I wanted you to know, when you say those things, and then when you say about how beautiful Caitlin is, and you take care of me, and I never expected that, and I never wanted that. All I wanted was you guys in my life, and to me that was enough. But when all of you do these things for me, I'm like, I don't understand why I'm so liked in the community. But with you, Nick, when you tell me those things, I get all like, I actually feel like a woman that is pretty, and because I don't get told that.
And you
So
are.
thank you for doing that.
How is
And-
You're
Caitlin,
gonna
by the
get
way?
a shit ton of messages from people now.
Hope,
telling
how
you
is Caitlin?
you are.
How is Caitlin? I haven't heard from-
Caitlin is doing okay. She had a hard time with me gone, but she helps me a lot right now. She's constantly following me everywhere because she doesn't want me to fall. She got real scared. She's real scared right now. And but she's doing well. She's a smart kid. She had her an appointment with her counselor today by herself. I'm proud of her. I can honestly tell you, I've done things in my life that are right, but not as right as her. She's probably the most right thing I've ever done in my life. It's her.
When you were in the
She's
hospital,
the best thing.
she had your account for a little while, and I talked with her for a little while to try and. I hope it helped.
Good.
I hope it helped.
Glad. I'm more than sure that she didn't tell me a lot. She didn't tell me a lot of stuff, but I'm glad that you guys reached out. Like I said, because I told Kelly that if you don't hear from me, then there's an issue. If you don't see me for an amount of time, then message her or find out, because either way, I'll step in one way or another on Instagram.
I hadn't seen you for a little bit, and that's why I messaged.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't seen you, and I was making sure you're all right. And then I found you in hospital. I'll be honest, I freaked out a little bit.
But,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
was
glad
rough.
you're okay. I'm glad you're home.
I wanted people.
Yeah.
I want people to be more honest about their mental health, because it's not something to be ashamed of. It's something that happens. Everyone has mental health. It's just a matter of, is yours good? Is yours bad? Is yours, just complacent? Like, you're allowed to have feelings. You are a person, and I feel like
I called you, right, Kelly, when I got home, and I was crying to her because a lot of bad things happened at the hospital to me, and I was so embarrassed. And she was like, "But that happened, and it was embarrassing." And I cried to her, and it was just, but I wanted to let Kelly know I was there, because Kelly was kind of my voice, and I had Emily also telling people what was happening. So that's what I told Kelly after we met. I said, if you don't hear from me within certain days, then there's something. Then I said, message Caitlin, because that's my only voice to you guys if something was to happen, because I didn't have my phone with me. Like I said, I don't remember falling that many times. I don't remember anything. The test they did, I don't remember anything. I can honestly tell you, and it's scary not remembering anything. I couldn't walk. There was nothing.
That's what we talked about. That's what Caitlin and I talked about, is you following and stuff. I was going through it with her and kept her company for that afternoon, that first afternoon.
I appreciate it. Yeah, she had a hard time.
With Chris Earl from the UK, and we were talking about the differences in healthcare. And one thing that really gets me about the American healthcare is, for me, I have to take a vitamin D supplement because my vitamin D was dangerously low. And the doctor put me on antidepressants to help me with my mood and my joint pain. No big deal. My antidepressant was $4. My vitamins was $50.
Yeah.
Why is it that my vitamins, something that my body needs to keep me alive, is $50, but the antidepressant that's just kind of a bonus for me to have, I'm not going to die without it. Why is that $4? And then I wonder why there's an opioid crisis when you can get vitamin for $4, but you can't get vitamin D.
Or just like what my chemo pills are like $350 a month. Yeah. And then my opioids are $330. Then I take 6 other medications, and my steroid injections are fucking $150 a month. It's like, I got all, it's crazy. It's crazy how the opioids are cheap, but the stuff that I need to keep me alive are fucking like expensive out of the yin-yang. And then being on Social Security a month is not, it sucks. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I get that.
It blows my mind because I went to pick up my prescription and they're like, it's gonna be $50, and I was like, why? And they're like, well, this one is $4 and this one is like, and I was like, didn't my insurance cover that? Like, yeah, that was with insurance. And I'm like, whoa, like I can't go out in the sun to get vitamin D like normal people. So
I didn't know that Kelly, that it was $50, sweetheart.
Oh yeah, I was in
gosh.
shock. I mean, we still got it anyways, but I was just in shock because I was like, how does that make sense? Why is and people wonder why there's a mental health crisis going on and why people are going to opioids and drugs. It's because they can't afford to get the medicine that they need. Like,
so a lot of my shows lately have been about like financial stress causing you your depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tim,
I'm
you
sure Anthony
need to message me your shows, babe, because I don't remember. So can you message me every time those come on?
I can make sure I do that.
Yeah, Anthony made the mistake of leaving his job to start his own business on January the 21st.
Oh, that was like the worst idea.
Yeah.
Tim, I'm sorry.
Literally, like
everybody's name mixed up.
3 weeks later, and the world fell apart. So yeah. It's tough, and I wouldn't take it away. I wouldn't change it, but yeah, it just weird timing for sure.
How's your company doing, Anthony? Is it doing good?
I actually have like 2 companies that I work with. So Shake and Bake Media is actually mine, and then Exotic Leaf is the CBD company that I work. I don't really work for. We work together. There's a couple of guys that own the company.
What is Shake and Bake?
Shake and Bake Media is basically videos or labels or advertisements about. What we wanted to do was be able to offer advertisements and stuff to companies that couldn't get normal advertising. So like vape companies, CBD companies, marijuana companies, people that other media companies wouldn't handle. And we also don't care. We'll do whatever. And usually our stuff is a little on the ragged edge, but I think that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just wrote it down because I write down stuff that I don't remember.
And if I can stop doing labels long enough, I might be able to get the website done.
Anthony does great work. We've used a couple of his images that he's created for us, and like it's great stuff. It really is. He'll tailor the image to fit your needs, so that way if you're not a person who wants a lot of dicks everywhere, he's not going to put dicks everywhere. If that's who you are, and that's what your company is, then
but she doesn't know I might cut her face out and put it on somebody else because I do that on a regular basis.
And that's fine too.
And it'll always be the wrong way.
Right.
Can you put my face on something with prettier boobs?
My favorite ones were the ones I did for the That 70 Show thing.
Yes.
The green room ones, that was absolutely my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Those turned out so well.
But
that's phenomenal.
And that's one thing I love about Anthony is it's not just he's not going to do what he thinks is what it's supposed to be. He'll actually have a conversation with you and say, how do you want your company to be represented on this label? How do you want the image to look?
Yeah, I always want to ask the question, like, what's the thing that you want to portray to people? What is it you're trying to get across? Because sometimes you don't know what image you want or how you want it to look, but it's like the message you want to get out. And that's to me the most important thing. It's like, well, I want to get this message out. I'm like, okay, if I was looking at this is how I would make it so that I would understand that message. And it's funny, over the last week, 2 of my posts have been used as thumbnails for shows. And it wasn't planned. Like I didn't say, hey, I'm going to make this for you guys to use your thumbnail. So that's actually worked out really good. I loved the hangout one I made with the fat bear. That was really funny. And then the Omis ended up using it for their thumbnail, which is really cool.
Actually.
Not everybody was too happy about the Full House Friends one.
I understood your logic 100% and I got it. And I explained it before the show started, and then they complained about it. I was like, you know what? I knew that was going to happen too.
There was no, I mean, it just those personalities fit those guys, and I was like, I'm going to put up with what guys fit those personalities. But yeah, making frames Danny Tanner was a blast. Like,
but if you look at it, he's the only one that fits into that at all. The others didn't fit into that role. It wasn't so much he didn't fit the others, is that there's no way that the others could fit into it.
I felt like Overdrip made a perfect Joey.
You know what, Nick and Kelly, I'm glad you guys had this show tonight, because I had the honor to talk to him. Because after, I'm telling you,
God,
I love every.
They're making me feel so good. Like,
I love every show Rescue does, because they're my family and they're my heart. But your show has to be the favorite show, and now I had the honor and privilege to actually speak with you. So thank you for that. Thank you for this show.
If you want to have some fun, if you want to have some fun, I used to do another network that I don't do anymore. It's I think it's actually under Vapors Quit Smoking Center now is what they've got it listed under. But I did shows 5 days a week with them. And they're short. They're only like 15 or 20 minutes long. Production value is pretty good on them, I think. But we used to have a really good time over there. So if you get bored, there are some parody videos over there of like songs that I rewrote for vaping.
Can you DM that to me when you have time?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. There was something about you that day, and watching that whole show and hearing you talk. Like I said, I've heard CBD companies, but nothing like you. Nothing like you. There's nobody like you out there. And now talking to you personally, it's like even better. So thank you for the honor.
I've been waiting my whole life for CBD and marijuana to become legal. Like that to me is, I'm just glad it's happened in my lifetime. That's really the only thing. I'm just so stoked that people are finally going to get the help that they need without pharmaceuticals. That to me
is Miss Lady Liberty feeling better? Because she said she woke up with a headache. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Headache naps are great. My problem with naps is I lay down and I'm like, I'm only going to nap for an hour. And I'll set an alarm, and then 3 hours later, I wake up and I'm like, why didn't my alarm go off? Well, because I set it to AM and not PM.
I've done that.
You know, and that's every time.
I slept through half the Omis on Monday. Like woke up at 8:30, like son of a bitch.
And then I end up being up all night because I took a nap that was 3 hours during the day, and then Nick's asleep, and I'm like, well, I need to wake up at a decent time tomorrow. I need to wake up at a decent time. Like today, I woke up at 7 with Nick, mostly because Vengeance was losing his shit because there was a storm. And I couldn't go back to sleep, so I was like, I'm up, I'm gonna get stuff done. And then I laid back down at like 10ish, and I was like, I'll wake up at 11. I set my alarm, set it for 11 p.m.
It's like Lady Liberty today. It was
give her some love for me if you can. She said she's not feeling that much better, so give her some love for me. But Nick, I missed your face. I told Kelly I hadn't seen you, and I was like, oh my God, I hadn't seen Nick since I had went to the hospital. Because I saw you the day. I think I saw you the day before I went to the hospital. I think because you were out working and we were messing around with each other at the time, and I hadn't seen your face, so I'm glad I got to see you today as well, because I hadn't seen your beautiful face. I hadn't seen you or talked to you. I know you're busy. I heard you're very busy now.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to work. I don't know, but you got to do what you got to do, you know?
Texas Mama and I kind of took the show over. Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
That's the idea behind this
We didn't do any segments we normally do, like just...
Nope,
cruised on through.
There was no segments. We specifically said we weren't going to do anything. That's why before we let people in, we did the whole Washington information, and we did the Bake Buffet. Those are the only segments we wanted to hit on today.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm just as bad about it as anybody else, so don't feel bad about that.
I'm glad that you guys are interacting.
I get all crazy.
I'd hate for you to be on the show and just sit there and stare at us. You know, that makes things awkward when we have to do all the work.
Let's do it, Anthony. You ready? Go like this.
No, because that'll just look like every other vape show because they're all freezing, you know?
Yeah, no.
Frames gets the most hilarious looks on his face, too, when it freezes. It's always
the worst look when he does it.
Right, you're like this.
Usually he's doing this. He's freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But But Tim, you will be happy. We just finished the intro for the new game show this week.
Oh, I am really
So
excited.
it's getting closer.
I'm so
The intro's
excited.
done. I got to do the weight screen and the round, bumpers, but the intro's finally done. So it is definitely moving in the right direction.
Well, we've already decided. I mean, if you want 3 people, it's me, Nick, and Tim. We're gonna be
Cool.
the rescue panel.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3-on-3. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm just afraid about having Michelle on because I'm gonna have to get her to not talk.
What is this game show you speak
I'm doing
of?
a game show. So I decided that a lot of the vape shows are doing games as part of like their normal thing, and they all seem very competitive. And so much of us really know each other outside of this, but people on YouTube don't get a chance to see different shows interact. So what I'm doing is kind of a Family Feud style show. It's going to be called the YouTube Feud, and it's going to pit different vape hosts against each other. And then, it'll definitely be bragging rights for sure. That definitely will work with that. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to pull out all the stops. I'm setting it up like a 70s game show kind of style. So I'm going to pull out the, the wild jackets and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
How cute.
Tiny human.
I love babies.
Tiny humans. I love them when they're like that because they don't talk back and they don't do shit. And once they start talking back and shit, you want to get them away. You're like, okay, you can go the fuck out.
Yeah.
Anybody see that kid hitting that new TV with a hammer today on Facebook? That was pretty hilarious.
He's only very vocal and smiling by now.
I think he was doing it because his parents named him Leland.
Oh my god.
He just kept saying it over and over. Leland, put that hammer down.
See, I was laughing because Nick comes home yesterday and he said, hey, did your son call you today? And I was like, no, I haven't talked to him all day. He's like, well, he called me 4 times. And I was like, okay.
Is there anybody that can really beat the listen, Linda?
Listen, Linda.
I don't know. Nick's daughter, Caitlin.
I could try to get Caitlin to do it and maybe.
Aww.
Nick's daughter, Caitlin, my favorite video of her is she was talking about Nick smoking his hookah, and she said something about, Daddy, you gonna smoke your hookah? It was the best.
Hookah.
Like,
one of my favorite videos, I think it's on my Instagram where Caitlin's like, we were driving and I didn't do it till we got home because I didn't have my phone on at the time. So we were driving and Freak on a Leash came on from Corn, right? And all I hear in the background is, would you like some corn? And I'm like, what the fuck? So we come home and I make her do it again. She's like, would you like some corn? So I bought her a fucking can of corn. And she's like, I said, do it, Mama. No, sorry. I refuse to do that. She's like, I refuse to do that.
Tell Caitlin I said hi.
Give her a hug for me.
She's in her room watching TV.
That's okay.
So can I ask a quick question before we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Something vape related. I do a show on Saturday mornings on the NVR network, which is on YouTube, and it's a news show. I mean, if you're not deep into vape news, don't tune in because that's all we talk about are bills and stuff like that. But we have this running bet going, and I'm curious to see what numbers you guys will come up with. So by the date of the PMTA requirement, how many PMTAs do you think will be accepted by the FDA? What I mean by that is just accepted to be looked at, not approved. Just how many do you think will actually be accepted by the September due date?
I'm gonna say 15.
I was
gonna say 50.
Okay. I'll go 16.
I don't know.
I
don't know, so don't add me to that because I'm not knowledgeable of this stuff. So
no, it's okay. But that's good though. I mean, that's kind of part of the deal.
I know there's gonna be quite a few
then
submissions.
35.
Okay.
What the fuck?
What do you think, Andrew?
With 35.
I was gonna say between 30 and 35, if any.
Well,
they really want us out.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do.
Oh, I'm in total agreement with that for sure. But it's interesting those numbers, how low they are, because I actually guessed 20. That was my original, guess. And the other guy that I do the show with, he's like, dude, it's going to be like 9 or less. I'm like, okay, I'll tell you what, by that date, if it's 20 or more, the other guy on the show, you got to wear a dress on the show. And if it's 19 or less, then I'll wear a dress on the show.
The only reason I say 50 is because Rescued is a part of a Facebook group called PMTA Sharing, and they help other people get their PMTA squared away. And it's a decent sized group. There's a lot of people in it. A lot of people are working on their PMTAs to try to make sure that they're good. I know there's a lot of people that are using companies to help get squared away. So I'm going to say that 50 are going to be accepted, but the one out of those 50, I'm going to say like 5 are going to get through.
Oh yeah, I'm not even going down that road. Like as far as the ones actually being approved, it's going to take an act of God, I think. But no, I was just curious to see what your guys' thoughts were on that.
And those 5 that are going to get through are going to be like
tobacco
and big name companies that are out there and have millions and millions of dollars to spend on this.
Now, here's a theory on that I have, and I'm curious if it's going to happen. I think right before the PMTAs come out, we're going to see a big push by those big companies for a really expensive, pointless test to try and push out the little companies. And then some holdouts too for like about a month or two, to the point where people that can't sell anymore start losing money to the point where they can't afford it.
Yeah.
That's what my feelings are on it. That's what I'm afraid of, to be honest.
So what happens the day after in the vape shops? Do they all just, put their arm out and start clearing their shelves?
I've been trying to figure that out too.
I think that's what they're expecting to happen. They're going to give them X amount of days to get rid of their stuff.
I mean, I'm asking questions I know answers to, but I'm just trying to, get the discussion rolling here. But
are they having? I haven't actually looked into that. Are they going to give a time frame where they'll allow them to still clear out their shelves? Or is it going to be that's it that day?
That's it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, realistically, right now everything's on the shelf illegal anyway.
Yeah.
So and it's funny because I don't think the majority of people understand that that's really anything that came out after August 8th, 2016 is illegal. We're living in this really weird situation.
There are a few companies, I think Smacks is one of them, that's come out with the Dual 30, selling them under one SKU so that they can still be technically 2016 compliant.
Yeah.
I think
as long as it was out before then you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But the rest of these, I mean, millions and millions and millions of flavors that are out there are just really going to be,
I think September 12th, there's going to be one hell of a black market going on.
See, and you keep saying September 12th. I thought it was the 9th.
I want to say it was September 11th because I remembered it was that day.
Because it was 90 days extension from the original date, and that's why I thought it was the 9th.
I was thinking of 9th too, though. I thought it was too.
Either
way, the 11th.
It's September 9th.
Okay. Then I just had the 11th stuck in my head for
last year.
So you're telling me that they'll tell you guys to just throw all your shit away? Is that what basically
if somebody would come into the shop that had the authority, they would actually confiscate it all. It would be like if somebody was selling weed in their store, So
what happens to you guys? Like with you rescued, like you're at home. I know you guys are in vape shops, but I'm talking like you guys at home. So what do you do with your shit? Like, are you guys gonna sell it underground or?
We say Ben's a good boy. We'll sell him to you for $15.
I'll take Ben.
Yeah, I honestly didn't want to ask that question because I didn't want to put him on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that's the idea.
Just remember that
the black market's going to blow up like a balloon.
That's what I was going to say. It's going to be a black market deal.
And that scares the shit out of me.
Which is actually good news for all the weed dealers that are out of business because of legalization. Now they have something else that they can do. So that, at least we're putting people back to work.
Yeah.
But I mean, in all honesty, that scares the absolute shit out of me with the black market coming out.
That's when you're gonna get bathtub gin type juices. That's when the real death's gonna happen. They're gonna say, "Oh, look, we told you it was dangerous." No, you made it dangerous.
Yeah.
You made it that way. You created this issue,
yeah,
and they're not gonna admit it.
Because people are gonna buy bottles of some kind of liquid, They're gonna
It's
cut
going
it
to
with
look like
something.
this. It's not going to have a label on it. It's not going to have anything. It's going to be like, well, yeah, this is that. This is that. And it's not going to have a lid. Like, it's going to be just really scary.
You don't know whether or not it's really got nicotine in it?
That's
might
fucking
be
crazy.
You know, like,
that's
Or
crazy.
vitamin E acetate oil or anything else.
You know, that has been a thought of mine.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
They're
I
just-
think like I'm a chess guy. I think like several moves ahead, and I'm just
I've been
like,
thinking the
oh,
same way, Anthony.
guys, you just don't. And the worst part about it is I'm involved with a business to business group on Facebook, and they just don't seem to be taking it seriously.
Nobody
Like they
does.
literally every day, almost every day, there's a post.
I just
Guys,
got
stop
off the
panicking.
phone.
This ain't gonna happen. You know, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're delusional if you really think that that's the case. Like you have to get on this now.
2
just
days ago,
remember,
I
our
called my
liquids are
local.
named after our dogs, so you message us, ask us how that dog is doing. We got you.
2 days ago, I talked to the local shop, the one I always go to, and they basically are blowing us off like it's no big deal. It's been illegal all this time anyway. Now they're just gonna make it legal. And I'm like, you do realize you get 1 year. It takes everything else is taken at least 5 to 6 years to be legalized. That's 4 years of that company going bankrupt before that ever comes up. And by then the company is gone, so it's pointless.
Well, and the worst part of it is it's not even the vape shop. Like if they sell the inventory that they have, but they can't get any more.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you're talking about federal, shipping. What's that called? Interstate commerce. That's where the rubber meets the road. Like that, shipping those products from a company to that shop is where the real, issues are going to lie with that, and they're just not going to be there.
Well, DHL is still shipped.
That's not what I mean. I mean the actual liquid company.
Yeah.
If the liquid company's making that and shipping it, that's anyway. And I don't want to bring us down. It's just I think this is something that needs to continually be talked about.
It's important.
Yes.
It's very important.
People will ask us regularly, why do you have so much liquid? Because we don't, when we order like Thai, we don't just order 100 bottles. We order a stupid amount.
Yeah.
And if something goes down, we need to make sure that we're prepared. So we have 3 rooms in our house that's full of vape liquid.
Probably doesn't hurt either. When you buy in bulk, you get a better deal too, right?
Yeah.
Not really.
But I mean, if something goes down, we need to make sure that we can help keep people off of cigarettes, because harm reduction is what matters the most.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
closely
crazy.
followed by I'm not supporting big tobacco with the IQOS. I just I can't do it.
No,
I
can't.
I mean,
Everybody saw Nick's reaction to it. That was a perfect example of this is not vape. That look on his face.
And those of us that watched That's What She Said, they were trying to kind of smooth that over. And no offense to the girls, I love the girls, but I put in the chat, it's like if the Nazis came out with an economical car, I'm not buying that either.
Car.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the product itself.
And there's Angela. Angela's in chat.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I love the girls, but I mean that's why I won't buy a Volkswagen Beetle, because that was the biggest con that Hitler ever did to get the German people to pay for the war. I just won't do it, because every time I look at that car, it makes me think of that situation. I just won't do it.
So are people telling others, shit, buy as much liquid as you can right now, because you may not be able to get it at this particular moment?
And then there are some people that are. There are some people that are saying, "Oh, it's not going to happen, so you're fine." It's all a matter of who you talk to.
I'm spending my money to try and make it to DC. So there.
No, it's going to be September the 15th where people are coming in and like, well, I didn't even know any of this was going on.
Why is the vape shop closed? Right. When am I going to be able? I can't order online. What happened?
I'm sure you still got people coming into shops buying single coils and stuff. I mean, it's just, it's only going to happen after the fact, and they're going to be like, what?
We have a group of over 12,000 people that I'm a moderator in, a Facebook group, vape group, and there are still people that consistently ask, why can't I get my liquids in New York anymore? They don't know. They have no idea.
Yeah.
And it's also a good time to start working your way down. If you were on a 6, now is the perfect time to start working your way down on nicotine, because when this comes down, you might be stuck with 0. So
yeah. And I like what Nick said. He was like, you know, I've talked to people and they're like, well, I've got plenty of liquid and coils and stuff to last me. And he's like, well, yeah, that's good for you. What about everybody else?
Yeah.
And that's where it kind of drives that thing home. I mean, our whole conquest with this has been to get people to stop smoking.
Yeah.
And that ends that situation.
My conquest has to do with saving lives. I have had too many family members and friends die from lung cancer. That's my driver. That's what made me go to DC the first time. I tried to get others to do it. They didn't want to. I said, well, I'm not going to let it drop the ball. I'm going to go. Maybe someone else will follow too.
Just because we had
I start putting more money to the side and getting my Falcon coils from you guys and all that shit because,
we might have 10,000 bottles of liquid, and if we never sold another one, Nick and I would be 100% set for the rest of our life. But we don't want that. We want to help people. And, you know, everyone says, well,
of course,
it's in New York. Well, you should try rescuedliquid.com.
Nick's got to get that spare room ready for me.
I got to get our bedroom ready for us.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
And the bathroom that's been gutted for 2.5 years now.
You can make it a half bedroom, you know, make like a loft so there's two beds on top of each other.
That's called bunk beds.
Top. Yeah. Like a big one.
Well, I better head out so I can spend time with Caitlin because I've been 3 hours off of her. So I love you guys. Thank y'all for having me.
We love you too, Miss.
Yes.
Call me later.
Thank
you. And off here anyways because Nick is hungry.
Fat kid problem.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony, message me your website so or you know what? I'll send you my address and you can just send whatever.
Yeah.
I it's not any particular thing.
Okay.
Whatever you think would be fine. I appreciate that so much. And I'll send you my information. Thank you for taking care of me. Tim, Andrew, Kelly, Nick, I love you guys with all my heart and soul. Thank you for everything you do for me.
We love you.
I love you so much. And y'all guys have a good evening. And if y'all need anything, I'm a phone call or a DM away.
Hope, by the way, you're beautiful.
My love.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't go stealing my shit, Dick.
Everyone
hey, at least he didn't go, I like you and I love you.
Right?
I like you and I love you.
I thought that's what he was going for. I'm like,
I love you guys.
Oh no, don't be stealing Nick's line. That's just wrong.
Don't be stealing this shit. He's like, I'll kick your ass, you dick. Good night, guys. I love y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Love
if I don't make it back from DC, we know why.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Bye.
Bye.
I hope.
If you two will give me your addresses, I'll get some stuff out to you tomorrow. Go ahead and get us on its way, and then kind of just sat quiet on the PMTA talk. I'm scared of it, but I'm still optimistic that we're gonna find some kind of way to get not necessarily around it, but just to fight it.
I think in time it'll happen. I'm just worried.
If it wasn't an election year, I'd have more hope.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an immediate thing. We might get lucky.
That is why it is so important that if you can go to that rally and you can bring a friend or two, you know, pack your vehicle full to the legal extent and get as many people there.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see if I can just get a rental car and bring down a bunch of people like they did last time.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bring hopefully my girlfriend can. It's on a Saturday, so she doesn't have to work. Get her to go, and then just a couple of other people. I mean, I have a Durango with 3 rows, so I can carry a lot of people, and just kind of get out there and do what we got to do.
Yeah, I brought 4 people with me last time, and it wasn't a big deal.
We went with 7.
We have 2 with us.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
we got a Airbnb, and we had like 10 people in there, and it was only supposed to have like 5. And we had like 10 people in there. People were sleeping on the floors, and it didn't matter. Like, you needed a place to go. Well, we got plenty of floor space.
And don't worry about bringing signs. They got plenty of signs there. That's never an issue.
And
I've still got 2 signs left from the last time.
I gave mine away because the other person forgot it.
No.
Regardless of what people's personal opinion is of Trump, like, we all know he's an idiot or can be an idiot,
but he listened.
Yes, thank you. And you know, again, like for me personally, when I vote for what's best for me and my family. And you know, voting to do this is not what's best for me and my family. It's not what's best for hardly anybody or anybody's family in this industry. It's just not. So I mean, I'm remaining optimistic that we're going to find some kind of way to fight it and all that. And one good thing about him is people say what they want. He's still pro small business.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's our hope.
I'm pretty sure your kids would like you to grow up and get old and be able to watch you grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
Doesn't have cancer and pass away. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just one of those things. Like I said, I'm just remaining optimistic and positive about the whole thing, and we're going to get as many people there. And we've been fighting since they did this in 2016. I don't think anybody's just going to give up the fight. Sooner or later, if they wanted to take us out, they probably should have taken us out in 2013.
Yeah.
Before we got to where we are, because I mean, vaping is still huge. I mean, this is still a multi-billion-dollar a year industry.
Mm-hmm. They just have to be smart about it. They can, you know, cover a lot of things if they just figure out how to tax it appropriately, you know, across the board evenly.
It's not even that hard to tax. And none of this, I mean, all of this is coming down to money.
Yep.
That's all it's about. So yeah. I'm remaining positive. I mean, I know we got rules to follow, and I've started the process along with that. And do I think that any of us will be any of the people looked at by then? No. But
yeah, and my big concern is Saltnik. Like, I'm not a Saltnik fan. I don't use it, but I think that that's going to be the first thing to get axed. Like, I really do. I think
I do, but I will admit, still, there are a few people that are hardcore smokers that really does help, and sadly, they're going to be lost. And it's really
I hate disposables, but I see that they have their place. You know, I mean, I understand why they exist, and for somebody who, you know, is buying packs of cigarettes, to buy an $8 disposable seems like a normal transition. You know, to spend $150 on a mod and juice and batteries and tank and all that is a big undertaking. But having that slow transition that way, I could see how that would work.
Or someone who really needs that,
really right away.
Someone that's used to chain smoking all day long, you know, just constantly smoking. And they chain smoking all day long, they go to the disposable at 50, 60 nicks. I hate how high they are, but it does help some people. Unfortunately, it also is that addiction factor is there for that. That's where I'm with you on that. It's like, that's the one I'm kind of, I'm back and forth with it.
Yeah.
Most people are not going to go back to combustibles anyway, so they're still going to lose the battle.
Yep.
That's what they're not getting.
Yeah, I didn't really want to open a Pandora's box. I just was curious what you guys thought. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things for me where I'm preparing for the worst and just hoping for the best.
That's all you can do now.
Yeah, that's all we can.
And go and stand up for yourself.
If you are a Saltnik user, use code TrashPanda on our site and get 40% off rescued salts.
Yep.
So.
And don't
all
feel
right, Nick, take us home, buddy.
And don't feel ashamed with it either, because I mean, if it helps you, it helps you. It's better than smoking.
Yeah. Yeah, but start working your way down.
We'll still be your friends.
I don't know, Anthony.
What?
They have salt in them.
What have salt in them?
Those people.
Soylent Green is people.
All right. Well, it is almost 10:30. We should have been off a while ago, but from all of us here at Rescue, go ahead, Tim. Steal my line.
I don't know it.
The hell you don't, boy.
We love you and we like you.
We do. So all you guys, have a wonderful and sexy night. No, but from all of us here at Rescue, we love you guys, and we look forward to talking to y'all next week. And you never know who will be the guest of the week, or if there'll be more than one, or if there'll be none. Bye.
Have a good night.